heard that rumor that on occasion at this time of day, sometimes, just sometimes, like weekly, we go live.
It has happened before.
It might even happen again, no less.
It very well could. It very, very well could.
I'm just going to come right out of the gate and say I am not Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
I'm one episode in.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about spoilers. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not really spoiling, but I'm not hating everything this season. I'm getting really tired of the gimmicks.
Yeah, we've already had a sing-along episode, now a noir episode.
Yeah,
we're only 4 episodes in, right?
Yeah, this week was the noir episode, and
the week before was the singing episode.
Well, there was a song in it, but I mean, it wasn't a singing episode like the season before where they had the full blown musical. Yeah, that one. We instead just took them to a world where basically everybody was stoned out of their minds or something, and there was like a mystery to solve. And
well, can I throw this out there real quick? Like I said, I'm 1 episode in, and I legitimately love that episode. Granted, I'm biased.
Well, the first episode was kind of fun, even if it was a little. Oh, we've had a distress signal. Oh, big shocker with the timey-wimey thing. It's going to be our own signal that we find.
But there's more. There's so much more to it than that, because that's what I knew that aspect of it going into it. I knew we're doing dinosaurs. I knew it's we're not on a different planet. We go back in time, and I'd gotten the basic plot from Sector reviewing it on Friday.
Oh yeah,
or on Sunday when it came out. But what he didn't talk about at all was the secondary plot with Pike on the ship, talking to the alien lady, and them doing their whole and that hard judgment call Pike made at the end. I'm like, this is legitimately like, they're like, oh, fire the. He's like, no, hold your fire. And he's sitting there like dying inside, having to make this call. I'm like, bro, to be a captain is not a job. Like heaven is the head, you know what I mean?
But at the same time, you sit there, you're like, oh, yeah, it's one of those things because you knew, like, you're going 5th planet. There, you know,
dude, how cool was that?
Yeah, it explains certain things, and it does.
Touch of the meteor not being from like the Kepler belt or anything. It's from that planet that would ultimately form the belt. Like this is freaking cool, man.
Well, that
was good writing. It was good structuring. It was good plotting for the episode. Like when they sat down and put like ideas out, like when you're in the bullet point stage of the episode, I mean, early, like they had some really good bullet points. Like if we can work this into the episode, that would be great. If we can work like the way the asteroid hits, where it comes from, the beacon being them, that's like an early bullet point, you know, but like the window dressing on that episode was really good.
Well, then you get the tie back to other Star Trek lore where you have the whole thing where but their DNA is seated elsewhere. So you get this common thread DNA, that type thing that's been talked about in other series.
That was talked about heavily in Discovery, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of ties into that these makers or whatever, that
ancient aliens,
type thing. So, but you know, that part of stuff was interesting. It was fun, like hearing whatever that character's name, who's 5,000 years old, you know, kind of, last time I saw something like this, I wasn't as close, but I was in a phone box, I think, you know, making reference to Doctor Who.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Watching that girl punch the raptor in the face was hilarious.
You punched a dinosaur.
Yeah. That was hilarious. Like not in an overly corny way, because, you know, in a face value way, in the situation right there, all you can do is swing your arm. You know what I mean? But the dinosaur's reaction was great. Like, did you just punch me?
Right, exactly.
Like not threatened, not mad, just kind of like confused. Like I'm leaving.
Well, and that's kind of ties back to so many other animals, right? That they could do so much damage to you, but they're just also scared of you at the same time. So just you do something that just like is unexpected or something that startles, and they. Okay.
You know, it's a commonly said recommendation. I don't know how much real world application or experimenting has been done. They say in an event of a shark, hit it on its nose where its sensitive bits are, where the sensors are, pop its nose and hope for the best kind of thing. Whereas a bear, just you don't hit it, you just play dead. But some animals,
hit it and kind of turn its face away, so it kind of follows its nose wherever it's going, type thing too. But it's not exactly like something I want to experiment with and test.
No, hard pass.
Yeah, same thing. And bears, I don't know that. I think with most, I mean, maybe if it's right upon you, but I think with most animals, the general consensus is you don't turn and run away, but you make a lot of noise and try to make yourself look big. And
I'll tell you right now, with bears, they can just outrun you. It's just that simple.
Oh well, but
if
also
you run, they will chase. That's kind of their.
What that goes into, so with a lot of animals, whether it be dogs or whether it be large cats, any hunter, the thing is, if you turn and run, you instinctively set prey motion going in their brain, and so then they're going to more often than not then start to pursue. So but
I watched a lot of Alaskan bush people. I mean, a lot. There's 14 seasons. And I recently binge watched back through all of it, and they have tons of bear encounters in that show. I mean, tons out in the wild. And every time they do exactly like what you're talking about. They stand still. They never take their eyes off the bear. They post up. If the bear seems to not naturally run, they just start walking at the bear. Like, get out of here, go. And like trying to hop up on a log if there's
start
one.
Making some noise.
Make themselves big, all that stuff. And eventually, if the bears are slowly getting braver, they'll just put one off in the air, which they try like hell to never have to do that, because they don't want the animals being desensitized to the sound of a firearm. And they say if they get desensitized to the sound of a firearm, we're cooked. Like, we can't let that happen. That has to be a last result.
Yeah. But yeah, so that first episode was fun, but then you start going into like when you go into one into the next and each one is like just a gimmick. It seems like another gimmick episode, and it's like, I don't know. It's just it's a little bit much. I'd like to see just more Star Trek. This is supposed to be the series that like sets up or leads into what OG Star Trek was, and it's like I'd like to see a little bit more of that as opposed to just this weird, hey, we're gonna go here so we can do this, have everybody act out of character, and we can do this, and suddenly we can make these two characters who've been been hostile towards each other, all of a sudden make them good friends and change the dynamic amongst the crew. You could make them be good friends without having a weird gimmick episode and stuff. So I don't know.
Well, I got to tell you, that kind of stuff is going to go right past me because I haven't watched enough of this. I've watched enough of the newer Star Trek to know that typically it's poorly done. Just good special effects and just not very good product. And I'm not shocked by that at all. Like, I watched all the strange, Starfleet Academy, watched a chunk of Discovery, and never been impressed by much of it. Every now and then you get an episode, you're like, damn, that's good. Like the second episode of Starfleet Academy, I thought was like, oh, wow, this is about to be a good series. And then the rest of it was just a steady decline into forcing your audience to accept whatever we give you and pretend you love it kind of thing. So I was shocked with, I don't want to say shocked. I was very pleasantly surprised with episode 1 of Strange New Worlds, but I haven't watched past that. Hopefully there's not a lot of writer's room decisions that were made based on knowing that it's all ending soon. That they want to kind of jump to conclusions that they would have gotten to at a later date, or bring things into fruition that wouldn't originally have happened this soon. And
I don't think there's any of that necessarily, other than that, because they'd already introduced a lot of younger versions of various characters. It's more of like, for some people, they're like, it's funny to read some of the stuff ahead of time where people are like, oh, what's going to happen? We have to figure out what's going to happen to this character or this character. What? Just because there's a bunch of characters on board the ship right now that aren't going to be there later, guess what? It's normal. Ship and crew rotations are normal things. Nothing bad necessarily has to happen to some of these characters that you meet on this show right now just because they weren't characters on the OG Star Trek show. It's like they could just have gotten promoted and move off ship, or gotten new assignments and gone off ship, changed ships. It happens.
We'll get there.
But
is this the final season, or do they have one more after this? I know with
they have one more after this.
2 seasons at the same time. So when they canceled the show, they still have one more in the chamber to get through.
Correct. Yeah, no, but in this case, this is season 4. Then they have a short season 5. So season 5 is like, I think it's like 6 or 8 episodes or something, that basically they're gonna do the wrap up there. So this is,
and that could go 2 different ways, with getting final seasons like that, especially when they're shortened, can feel like, oh, fiddlesticks, this wasn't much to it. Or you can get the situations like with Superman and Lois. They knew it was the end when they were going in. You got a shorter season, but you got the strongest season and probably the greatest TV show finale I've ever seen in my life. Like, they went in like, all right, let's go hard. Well, let's do the damn thing, and they did.
Well, I think in this case we'd have an impending known entity in, from a timeline perspective, unless you completely blow it up, you have a predestination of where you're going with Pike, and where who's coming to take over the ship and everything else. So those are all things that are known entities.
Get it all the way to that, or timeline wise, stop it well before Kirk?
No, I think that because they've taken the time to keep introducing it and having him come back, and matter of fact, the 3rd episode, they have a whole big in the whole everybody gets high episode. There's a big bringing together of Spock and Kirk's relationship and stuff, on how they're so close, that occurs. So I think you're moving in that direction. And if they were really kind of smart, what they would almost do is sit there and go, hey, let's just, you want to reboot the OG, just run right into it and just keep some of these guys going, and relaunch a new version of the OG stuff.
I'm so excited to see what kind of announcements they make moving forward for the franchise itself. Obviously, they have big plans. They're moving back to the motion picture aspect, but we haven't gotten any this is what's next definitive announcements. Just that they're capping off this TV show era and taking it back to the big screen for now.
Well, and they really, and that's fine. I think they're going to do that. I think they still need to do that. It was like, I think that was where this is Strange New Worlds can serve as your launch into that, because what era are you doing? You can't bring back the OG crew.
They're doing a hard reset.
They're almost dead, and you can't bring back any of the other franchises. They're all getting old, really, at that point. So it makes sense. And if you're already doing your hard reset, you got this cast and crew right now, or you've got a lot of these actors are young. Why not? Go do the early years, because when we saw the OG Star Trek crew, they were already a couple years into their stuff together, and they were older. So you can do.
I think there's always been like kind of an appeal for Pike because of like the original pilot, because of him being present in the J.J. Abrams movie, and even now with Strange New Worlds, he was one of those characters that most people didn't know who he was, but more people had an idea than a lot of you know what I mean? Like, if you wanted to do something different but not like stray too far, I like the idea of them doing Pike era stuff. If they don't want to reboot with like Kirk and everyone else that we've seen 1,000 times, here's the next casting for Kirk and Spock and Uhura. I don't dislike the idea of doing a Pike era stuff, but I doubt that we would see Anson Mount be cast for it, or any of the people that are currently working there. But I have a hard time thinking that they would just do like a full-on storyline with like characters that are being introduced for the first time kind of thing. Because you got to have some kind of appeal and draw that's built in, because you want to drag somewhat of the fan base along, kicking and screaming no matter what. And it takes a draw to do that. If you're not going to use Kirk, I think Pike is as far away as you can go.
We'll see what they decide to do.
You know, it's also very exciting for someone like me, who who thinks less is more sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we start to get franchise burden.
Dude, last you saw in the group chat just naming off all the stuff to watch last night, like all the different things. As there's a MLB had their Field of Dreams game at the Field of Dreams Park out in the cornfield and wherever it is, and someone asked if people are watching it. I'm like, no, not watching it because Tire season 3 just aired, which is like a hugely hilarious and popular show on Netflix. You seen that one, Tires? It's
I've seen a clip of it, like on its introduction thing, and I go, huh. So it's like a sitcom type thing, right?
Yeah, very much so. And it's all of like it's kind of like the biggest comedians in like the little comedian sphere, like, and it started with the guys that do like Shane Gillis and his buddy who do like almost like College Humor style clips online, and it kind of built off of that. But it's ridiculously funny. So season 3 of that premiered yesterday. Monsters of Gods episode 2 came out yesterday. Taylor Winter pointed out there was some kind of big Packers preseason thing yesterday. Whether you like him or not, Joe Rogan did a Protect Our Parks episode, which is something that most people don't miss, which features Shane Gillis on it, who's the star of Tire. So that was perfectly timed. End of Oak Street dropped in theaters last night. So there's just tons of stuff across the board. Like no matter what your the new, well, I think was it new Star Trek was yesterday? Yeah, new Star Trek was yesterday. Like Thursdays, right? Or last night, Thursday was massive. Like no matter what you're into, you had your content out there available.
Well, that's it, right? So Thursdays is a drop night for a lot of things. So it's like it was that, and then I was also watching the new episode of Stewart fails to save the universe, which fortunately is only a half-hour thing. So
Reacher started this week too.
Did it start this week? I thought it was next week for some reason. I thought it was like the 18th.
I thought Brother John pointed out that he said something in the Legion chat earlier in the week that left me thinking that it had started already, because he made a comment about it and Nick responded with, "Hey,
Wednesday, August 12th."
So yeah, it's out. Like new season of Reacher's out. That I'll watch with the wife, so I'll be checking that out. Not as it airs, but when we
sure you guys will be watching two different things.
Hey.
Yeah. No, I didn't. For some reason, I was thinking Reacher was next week, but all right, that's something else. It's a good thing I gave up watching wrestling.
I was talking to Izzy on the phone earlier this week and mentioned wrestling for a second. I was explaining to him about once a year I go through a week where I just binge watch old WCW, and that's about it. It's the greatest era of wrestling.
Yeah, I was I don't know, my problem right now, it's just finding time to even watch, that hour and a half of that is like a show that I watched last night is tough. I got with work right now, with us being down to half strength and not having the automation systems in place that they wanted us to have or expected us to have. It's just, every day's nonstop 100 miles an hour, 12-hour days with, not barely a chance to get up and go to the bathroom or put some food in your throat. So when I get done and it's like, okay, then I still got to find time in here to put in some, you got to create some content, or I feel like I have to. I don't have to, but got to keep the channel going. Then it's, okay, what do I need to do for Comics Curing Cancer? Because that's ramping up. That's ramping up. And then it's just like, okay, now do I have a chance to sit down and watch something, do something around the house, or do I just go to bed and
recharge the batteries and go hard tomorrow? I often have that dilemma. So over the past 2 weeks, I've spent like tons of time in my yard, and my yard looks immaculate right now. Like I was standing out back with the dogs, just looking around, thinking to myself, what can I do tomorrow in the yard? Just trying to figure out something, because I enjoy it. You know, it's nice getting out there. But there's nothing to do in the yard. And I've managed to get like 2 weeks worth of content done on my channel by accident, and like not even planning it out. Just, you know, you'll get this. Like you'll have days where you don't have to get up and do something in that exact moment. Like while you're sitting there, get real. This is a rare occasion, but when you sit down, you're not urged to go jump up to do something. And here's the part that doesn't cross often. You feel like making content. Like it's never really a chore, but sometimes like there's just this mode where you're like, oh yeah, I feel like doing this. This is what I'm urged to do. And that when those two things cross, that's when I can just like hit flow state, and just
that's where I feel right now, only because it's more of like, when am I going to get time to do it? Because I'm getting inundated by boxes, and I'm like, where am I going to? I need to do something with these boxes. Matter of fact, it might be time for us to do another C3 thing soon, but.
There you go.
That's at the mohawk. Look.
That is, you know what? I think it should be pink.
No. He's a boy. We don't like pink.
How about a blue mohawk?
Purple. That's her favorite color.
Purple mohawk?
No,
The
yours.
blue is yours. Purple's my second favorite color. Rob said, how about a blue mohawk?
Let's do blue.
You want to do blue?
Yeah, let's dye it blue, Daddy. You should dye it blue.
Yeah, punk rock. Get a little spike collar.
That's what Kyle said. I didn't tell Kyle I was doing it. When she came home from work, she just walked in dying laughing. And she just bought him this new collar that has tennis balls on it, because that's his favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's crazy how this dog is with tennis balls, which they're so big. He'll just sit there with his jaw almost unhinged, just holding them and grunting, trying to breathe through them. It's so funny. But she just got him this one, and she's already like, now we got to get him a spiked collar.
Yeah. Spike collar and a blue mohawk. Punk rock.
Yay. I'm pretty sure he likes green.
And he could get a dog t-shirt that says anarchy in the dog park.
It's green like tennis balls, and then you will love it. Right?
Maybe.
But do you even have dye?
They got it at the store.
I'll put them down.
Have a good day at school, kids.
Don't put them down. Like Nuggles. Bye, Nuggles with a little handsome mohawk.
Love you, baby. He looks tough, man. He looks real tough. It's funny. He was standing by the back door. You know, the sun's shining, so he's just backlit and he's silhouetted, but he's looking in the house, and so his ears are up. You just have he's fresh shaved, and his ears are up in that mohawk, and his silhouette right now is just tough. Just tough, man. Yeah. So yeah, Star Trek. Solid. Do you recommend, like, you know my flavor enough with this thing? Do you recommend I watch episode 2, 3, or 4? Because it was recommended to me to skip 3, the music number episode. I guess, is that the one, the Stoner Planet?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Stoner Planet. I mean, it's just
B. Rainey, what's up, man?
Yeah. You know, it depends on what you're trying to get at. I mean, there's some relationship building that's done in there for some of the characters. But so it depends on what you want from the story. If you want, it's otherwise, it's just kind of, it's kind of like their version of, what the hell is that fucking movie? Or those Vegas movies where they try to piece together their night. You know, they're all,
The Hangover. Yeah,
Hangover.
Dude,
so that's what
one of my favorite comedy franchises.
So that's essentially what this is. It's basically like a hangover episode. There's like how the fuck did we get where we're at, and trying to unpiece and work their way backwards through a series of
Pike
events.
has a face tattoo he doesn't remember getting.
Exactly. Yeah. Pike's got the face tattoo, and they're all
Does
trying
he
to
really?
Yeah, he does. He
Oh,
does
that's
get
hilarious. I was just making a joke.
Yeah.
Ed Helm woke up in Bangkok with the face tattoo, the Mike Tyson tribal tattoo.
No, they got this whole face tattoo goes around his shit, and it's like says like all these like Star Trekky things, and like he's and then they like get off the planet, and they're like all still there's a lingering effects, and they're like trying to conduct serious diplomacy while they're fucking high as a kite type thing. And I mean, Rebecca, the whole singing thing is just Rebecca. At one point, because Rebecca Romaine's character is so straight and ordered by the book type thing, and so it's like you go there, and what she doing? She's singing, rock power ballads, but in Klingon, in the club doing karaoke. So it's kind of like that's all it is. Is it's just it's a small clip of just her singing, where it's just showing her as out of character, letting her hair down, giving you a little more glimpse into her as persona versus just a humanoid version of Data. But most of it's following Ortega's and Scotty as they try to, because they get set up. The whole setup's been that they're kind of at odds at each other as the engineer and the engineer and the pilot, and then after the end of this, now they're like close friends or something. They go on their spirit journey together.
I'll probably skip it. The next time I hear someone say, "Yo, Mark, there's dinosaurs. Go watch it." I'm there.
Yeah, there's no more dinosaurs this season thus far.
Yeah. If there wasn't so much on, I probably would watch it having something. But I'll tell you what, dude, I don't know if you're even interested, but Monsters of God is on HBO Max, airs on Thursdays, and it's a docu-series about the reptile trade and the people that surround it. Now, it's more interesting than you would assume if you're like, oh, I don't want to watch a documentary about reptiles. Well, no, if you were entertained by Tiger King, if you were entertained by, no, I didn't say, do you think those are stand-up citizens?
No. I get it. I haven't watched.
You didn't? Are you the one human being that didn't watch Tiger King?
I probably am, because I just don't have time. There's
Rob,
so
we
much.
all had time. That was a COVID. That's what got us all through COVID. We would have all died of COVID if it wasn't for Joe Exotic.
I knew of him because people talked about him, but that was
it. Saved your life. He saved your life. Indirectly saved your life.
I was just like, oh, what? I had no desire. There's just so much of anything there's so many stupid things that exist in this. I mean, there's a lot of great content that exists, but there's a lot of just stupid content. And it's like, I don't have time for that.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If it was something that didn't air during the time era it did, if it was something that didn't become so viral as it did, which it instantly became as viral as it did because of when it aired, there was just the perfect storm. But the trick to it is it's actually a really, really good docuseries. Another trick to it is the people that it's about are incredibly interesting. It's not simply about, oh, look, this person owns tigers. There's actual real life, like plots to it, the characters to it. And you can imagine the personality like type for people who own large cats. And it's not just about people who own them, it's about the world they live in, the trade of them, the legalities of it, the stuff that people do to break the law about it. Spoiler alert, but the show ends with the person getting arrested for contracting a killer. Like it's crazy stuff.
I don't know, it just didn't interest me. I think some people underestimate how much time it actually takes to watch. When at that time I got back into wrestling, and watching wrestling takes a lot of freaking time if you're going to watch it all. And so I'm glad not to be in that, to having backed away from that. But Ortega's right. Was it Ortega? I thought they were talking about. I know I saw something about they were talking about Sungs, and but I didn't realize that Ortega was on the wall too. I saw the article where they were speculating with Sung that, like, perhaps she goes off and joins the Black Ops group or something. Back
to Tiger King. Sorry. The next documentary that the guy did, I think his last name is Good. I forget his first name now, but they did a follow up to Tiger King because the story kept going beyond the length of the documentary. So like following up with people who are in jail and stuff like that. But the next documentary he did was called Chimp Love. It was about same concept, but the primate trade. People who own chimpanzees, primates. You remember that movie Nope? That Jordan Peele movie that came out a couple of years ago. Like it even had like a subplot in it. The real life story of the woman who got her face eaten off by the chimpanzee and stuff. All of that is documented in this. And again, it's one of the things about the people who personality type and the people who own chimpanzees and primates. A lot of these animals you have seen in movies, like over the decades, last 3 decades, you actually see them now where they are kind of thing. And it also ends with people going to jail and stuff because throughout this documentary being made, laws are being changed. PETA is always campaigning and moving towards stuff. It's incredibly fascinating, entertaining, unbelievable. And the guy who's making them, he makes them because he is associated with like the animal trade. He grew up owning animals, owning reptiles, being part of that. So now this one, he's moved over to the reptile trade, which is 10x the craziest one there is, because now you're talking about like people that are able to smuggle animals in suitcases through airports, and you're talking about pre 9/11 stuff, like going back to the beginning of it. You're talking about cartels being involved in this because there's money involved in it and where these reptiles come from, parts of the world. It's insane, dude. It is absolutely insane. But it's some of the most entertaining stuff I've ever seen in my life.
The closest I've come to any of this you're talking about is the other day I read an article about the invasive hippo population in South America that have taken root and are
in South America.
In South America, because one of the cartel guys back in the day, whatever, had some hippos in his private fucking Noriega, or maybe Noriega, I don't know. One of these guys had them, and then now then they got out and they got free, and they have no predators, they have nothing, and so they've taken to the rivers, and they're completely changing the environment from not only the fact that you got these gigantic hippos that are tearing up river banks and everything else, but then that's a lot of dung that's getting dumped, that's going and piss, they're all the amount of feces and urine that they excrete and stuff into the river that then is going downstream and is then affecting the fish populations. These cascading effects that happen when you introduce a species that didn't evolve there or isn't from there, that then start to impact, over generations.
A change will occur, but life will prevail for sure. It'll change the dynamic of things up a wee bit. Some things will move on and some things will rise.
Yeah, but invasive hippos in South America.
So the Burmese in Florida, that's touched on because we're only up to 2 episodes with Monsters of God, but the Burmese in Florida, that's not a mystery. Like these people that are involved in this know exactly, like to a T, exactly how it happened. It's super cool. Good morning, Stephanie, dropping the 5-month member milestone. Did Rob forget to shave?
Okay, here it was. The hippos are in Colombia. For their first kept
they're
by
all soaked up too.
Jesus. They're Pablo Escobar had them in his private zoo in the early 80s,
and that's bad because that's like the northernmost part of South America, so they just got the whole length of the river to roam now.
And upon his death in 93, they were allowed to wander his unattended estate, and the hippos eventually broke out of the estate and were left to roam the area. By 2026, their population has grown to around 200 individuals. Now, granted, these have got to be inbred as fuck, but so you got inbred hippos.
So they have crooked teeth.
Yeah, so there's like over 200 of them, causing concerns about harming native flora and fauna in the area and posing a significant threat to people. Yeah.
It's pretty wild. And they don't even have natural predators anywhere on the planet, even in Africa, nowhere. They're top of the food chain in their little pods where they hang.
He got them from a wildlife breeding center in Dallas, Texas, and struck a deal to adopt 4 hippopotamuses, 3 females and 1 male. So that means the entire population is sired from one male hippo. At least he had multiple females, and so I guess wow, yeah, they're hungry hippos. Anyways, yeah, interesting. They cocaine hippos.
Yeah, jacked up. And to that point, there's a
Madam, if you'd like to adopt some hippos.
Like, for a long stint there, like the early 2000s and stuff, they still make them to this day, and they made them before that. But the giant animal attack genre of films, Anaconda, Jaws, Piranha, all these spin-off low budget sci-fi channel movies they've recently made one. I'm not even sure if it's wide release yet, called Hippo, about people, someone's hippo that they owned got out in the I think it was actually supposed to be like licensed from Hungry Hippos or something. Well, so you saw the name of the film is actually Hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's licensed or they're just taking advantage of the play on word. But it's in like Louisiana, and these people are working on a film project or some kind of project in the swamp where somebody's pet hippo or someone who illegally owned one along the way, it's out and it's mad and it's hungry. Maybe they only named it Hungry, hoping for success in a sequel.
That'd be, yeah, because you go Hungry and then it follow up by Hungry.
Yep.
And then your third one could be even hungrier.
Hungry hippo.
Or just even hungrier.
Plenty of opportunities. Sharknado, that's one of my favorite reference movies. And a few of the hippos are, I assume, good members of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
If the good ones don't report the bad ones, and they're just as bad. But yeah, Monsters of God, it's on HBO Max. Heavily recommend. And I know like a lot of this stuff, because it's not so polarizing as a lot of other stuff that comes out, easily forgot about. But they are incredibly entertaining little mini series. There's normally only a few episodes. Like the primate one, I think, is only 4 episodes, and it ends with like America's Most Wanted, international searches and stuff. It gets crazy.
I don't know. For a series, when I want to sit down and if I feel the need to watch the documentaries when I was watching them, I'd either want to watch usually like Dark Side of the Ring, or I was watching a lot of like the toys that made us, and just like things like that were like nostalgia blast, because I'm old.
Yeah. Well, dude, you'll get, and I feel you on the nostalgia thing. Look at the post I made about End of Oak Street last night. I even talk about the nostalgia bait in there and how I'm the target audience for stuff like that. These documentaries, even for me, who's interested in, I rarely fire them up when they're coming out. It's normally like, oh, I'll watch it later, then I forget about it, then I remember, then I forget, and it goes on for a long time. But when you get there, you will be fed so much nostalgia that you weren't even thinking about, because it's not directly tied to these toys I used to like, or this old TV show I used to watch, because the show covers such a long time span of decades, and old footage and home video footage and stuff like that, and specific historical events that you're like, oh snap, I remember hearing about that in 1994. Holy smokes. Now here's all the details to it for the first time. There's so much of that that's brought to these. It's just, you can't look away. Once you get into it, Like the few minutes into that first episode, you're like, I need to know more. Watching all the zoos illegally build their bases and all the associated scams and news articles, or the chimpanzee eating the woman's face off. We've all heard of that, but you actually have the police officer that responded to the call and how he responded. You have the crime scene photos. You have the 911. It's the
I don't even know that. I don't need all that.
Yes, you do. You think you don't, but you have no idea. You have the footage from Oprah where the woman who was attacked was on there with the veil over her face, and like all this stuff it's so surreal.
I was more interested the other day in when I climbed in the car to drive the comic book store, hearing about the freeway that was shut down because a motorcyclist that was heading westbound or eastbound got hit and got knocked over into the westbound side of the freeway and got hit again and shut down both sides of the freeway. I was like, oh, oof, I'm more interested in that. Tell me more. And all I can guess, and I haven't done any more follow-up to see, but I can only guess that he managed to survive from the standpoint of the fact that, he's at the hospital.
Oh,
Are you okay?
I have shingles.
What are you old?
Why?
Odd hates me.
You know, you're like the fourth person I've talked to recently talking about shingles, and I'm like so glad. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I got my shingles vaccine then.
Yeah, I'm a little young for a shingles vaccine, I think, but
usually they don't give you that one until you're 50.
I've early 40s, but apparently my life is so high stress that this has induced high pain and all kinds of lesions on my gut. It's great.
Well, your idea of great and mine are different.
What?
I said I'm going to start a new channel, Legions of Comics.
Perfect. I'll help with the marketing.
I'm a little.
What's the solution or the pathway to recovery?
I'm viral for a couple of days. It's going to be like a week and a half, they say, and then like the nerve pain is the same nerve pain I've been fucking dealing with. So, same shit, man. Pardon my language. This early in the morning. How was Paw Patrol the Dino movie?
The kids do want to see that, but both of them want to go see End of Oak Street first. I did go see End of Oak Street. It was incredible.
Nice. I'm gonna plan on seeing that when I get myself in a better state.
Yeah, it's shockingly good. I'm sure it will underperform as it doesn't say Marvel before it, and it's not a Christopher Nolan movie, but I think it's going to get some good word of mouth. And I don't know how studios see money back on hardly anything right now, but that beside the point, it was damn good movie.
Yeah, it's just it looked a lot of fun. The cast looked really good, and it looked like the script was really good around the action that was happening.
Yeah, getting into it without spoilers, it's incredibly well paced. They set the movie in the early 1980s, so that gets you pre-Jurassic Park, it gets you pre-cell phones and a lot of stuff. It has that nostalgia feel of J.J. Abrams stuff like Super 8 did. It gives you that Spielberg-esque feeling with some of the way it was shot. The dinosaurs are incredible. Like their designs, their ferocity, they're actually a danger. You know, it's not like, oh, cool dinosaurs. And when I tell you that the most shocking moment I've seen in theaters all year, hands down, not even close, goes to this movie. Like something happens in this movie and the whole theater goes, bullshit, no way, what the fuck? That was crazy. Catches everyone off guard. Like, what the fuck?
You weren't in my theater when I took my pants off during Brand New Day. That was the most shocking moment for a lot of people.
Brand New Day was fantastic, but there's nothing about that movie that shocks you, if that makes sense. Like something happened that you would never expect to happen, and you didn't even realize you would never expect it to happen, and then it happens, and you're like, did they just do that?
Well, I'm excited to see it, man. That was good. I've been sitting here watching the same shit over and over and over again for the last 3 days on FX.
They've got the movies, I've heard.
They do. They got the Spider-Man No Way Home, followed by Endgame, followed by finally watched Uncharted.
Oh, that's fun, dude. I like that.
It was fun. It didn't really go into the stuff that the games went into enough for me, as far as like the mystical stuff. Indiana Jones style, like, oh, we're doing archaeology and we're running away from Nazis, and then at the end there's some mystical magical bullshit. It didn't do that, which I kind of wanted it to, but what are you gonna do?
I've never played a single one of the games, not for 1 second. I've never seen them played. I've never been in. I can't tell you the last time I was even in the same room as a modern game console. So I watched the movie just purely as a movie, and it was really fun for me.
Well, it came out on PS3, which I wouldn't call a modern game console anymore.
Is it not?
It's like 20 years old at this point.
I guess not. Damn. I have played the PS3. That's the newest console that I've ever even touched. I've never even. I don't think I've ever been in the room with a PS4 or 5.
If I get a new version of the Atari 2600, does that count as a new machine?
I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a PS3, and like when you say that, it's been a long time ago, but time just moves by so fast, especially when you have kids, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
Really? Do tell.
Yeah.
Especially when kids stop being kids.
It seems like I wasn't married all that long ago, where my kids weren't like going to kindergarten that long ago. But now, look at me; they're all graduated from university, and
yeah. Emma turns
full-blown adults.
Emma turns 19 in 2 days. So Emma turns 19 on Sunday.
Georgia turns 22 in 10 days.
My son, well, he'll turn. He's 25 this year, and my youngest is 23. So,
yeah, it's starting to get to the point where like it's not games for me. It's new music. So somebody's like, "Hell, have you heard any good new music lately?" And I'll be like, "Yeah," and then I'll realize it's from at least 7 years.
Isn't the new music? New music is still the 90s, right? That's new rock.
I just send everybody Ella Langley links.
I like Ella Langley.
Hell yeah, dude! That whole Ella fella thing. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm one.
I mean, I have to sit there and look at it, realize that my next wedding anniversary is my 30th. So,
jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, if I was still married,
say again, Drew.
If I was still married, it'd be 22 years. I got out of that quick enough.
Me and the wife hit 9 years this year, I think.
Wow.
Congrats, man.
We're youngins.
You got a gaggle there, P-Dub. 24.
Good.
Yeah, 2 to 24. That's a spread.
Yeah, I got 6 and 19. You got me beat. Do they keep you young? It sounds like you're keeping yourself young. They're just a byproduct. Congrats to you, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Getting that activity in.
Exercise is the key to longevity.
That's what they say.
Madam, I really appreciate the offer, but I'm going to hold off. I don't. I appreciate you, though.
Wow, jeez. You got Rob's starting his midlife crisis. He's got the beard. We're waiting on the sports car, and then Mary needs to put the
there you go, DJ. DJ's right there with me. He's about to hit his 29th. Yeah.
There you go.
I saw the beard the other day. Was it yesterday? Maybe I saw you post something with the beard, and I was like, "Oh, I like that. Rob's really rocking that."
It'll be nice when it comes back in.
No, I
think
accent to the mustache is really working at this point.
Thank you. I miss the length, but it'll get there.
It'll get there. I like it. I like that the handlebars are noticeably prominent, though. That's what matters, Monopoly Man.
Well, it was whenever I went around and when I had the full beard and everything, that's where I first originally grew them, and that was what tested highest amongst the ladies, was that followed by then the fact that because I do use product and stuff, that it's not bristly, it's soft and stuff, and then my wife even's like right now, because I've started from early on using the oils and stuff, so it's nice off. She's like, oh, I get to play, so it's like, hey, my wife wants to touch me again, that's fine.
Rob's being all pleasant and proper right now. I would say this is PC Rob. Before we went live, I asked him about the beer, and he said it was for safety purposes, so she doesn't fall off.
Grip it and rip it.
You want grip, but not friction. That's the problem there.
That's why you have to lubricate with the oils.
You're walking a razor's edge.
That's hilarious. But back over to
there you go. Now she's trying to court you.
Oh, what's she got?
No, she's talking to Jay.
I can't read
Rob, I know it's not likely at all, but is End of Oak Street on your Sunday morning hit list for this weekend?
No, this Sunday this Sunday's agenda is very simple. I have to go to the Kia because our lease is up on my wife's car, and so we have to go make a decision about what we're doing with the car.
Is that the Energizer car?
Yeah, the electric car. Yeah, it was on a 2-year lease, and so the lease is up, and so either we'll probably turn it in and get a new one on a new lease, because it's upside down. If you were to buy it, it would cost. We could buy a used one similar for less money than what the buyout is on it. So I'm not going to buy it and keep it, especially with electric technology still changing frequently
every day.
So probably just get another lease. But we're fortunately, like, I'm not even going into the office anymore right now. I'm only driving my car to go to the comic shop once a week. So it's like, if we don't get a deal that we want, we're not in a rush. We can say, okay, take your car back and we'll see you later, because I've got we can manage with one car between the two of us for now. And she's like, oh, well, what if you have to go to work? I'm like, oh, if I have to go into work one day a week, I can always Uber for a fucking day or something, if that's really an issue. It's not.
How far away is your offices from your house?
My office is like 7 miles. It's too far to drive, and it's really inconvenient for transit, especially the hours that I work. But it's not that expensive of an Uber ride,
like $15-20.
Not even that, probably.
4 Uber rides a month is going to beat a car payment for sure.
Exactly, right? Or Waymo or whatever I want to do.
Yeah, let the robots take you.
Yeah, exactly. And then I could get stuck in the middle of like a cul-de-sac or something, and everybody's staring at me. And I'm like, let me out. I'll be like Zod. I'll be up against the glass like in the Phantom Zone. Let me out. Let me out.
Man, I really wish more people were excited for this movie.
Isn't this like is this tied to the other Oak Street movies?
Are you talking about Cloverfield movies?
Oh, is that what they were? Okay.
Yeah. So
maybe I'm confusing that with Oak Island or something. I don't know.
Possibly. Because it came from J.J. Abrams and the nature of this film, I was speculating, along with plenty of other people, about a potential Cloverfield universe tie-in, because they did Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, Overlord, The Paradox. So they don't.
That's what I assumed this was tied to. Yeah.
So when you think of like a movie universe, the easiest way to think of Cloverfield is pretty much just like a Twilight Zone universe, where all these things happen on the same. You assume they're the same world, but none of these stories have to have any kind of hard connection to each other, and that's what I was speculating. It was one of the aspects that had me excited to see it, but I don't want to answer that being that the movie technically doesn't come out till today, kind of thing. I don't want to answer it one way or another.
Got it. Well,
like Halloween Season of the Witch, just completely unrelated but connected.
Yeah, all of them completely stand on their own, but you might see like a fictitious like drive-through restaurant that only exists in that universe in the background, kind of thing. Like they'll let you know, but there's no connection story character-wise. I don't want to say one way or another if it does or doesn't, because I feel like that's one of the draws.
Sure, it's like movies and Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Egg movie muffins.
Exactly, but I got to tell you, man, this and when the trailer came out, I even said this to Pops. I've even seen other people saying it. This truly is like a Twilight Zone episode, like they found an old script and they're like, oh, get that script, polish it, juice it with money, and throw it on the big screen. This is like pure Twilight Zone goodness kind of thing.
I like to be polished and juiced.
We know it. That's why you're where you are. That's how you got the shape.
Who doesn't?
That has nothing to do with why I'm where I'm at. I have been polished and
Man, his mic cuts out at just the right times.
we're in a drought.
No, he looks like he's in a polishing and juice POV video.
It's called Vox Cam.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm in VoxCam. I'm laying down while I have this conversation.
oh, I thought the POV was VoxCam. My bad.
Yeah.
What's going on, peoples?
Drew just started hitting the morphine button.
I don't have a button, man. I wish I did.
Good morning, Link.
What's up?
All right.
Good morning, Mark or Cram, Rob, and Drew.
It's Turtles all the way down.
It's Turtles, man. It's Turtles holding up the flat Earth in the purple dome. Turtle's name is Marvin. Just in case.
I still have to get one of those ones. There's like 2 or 3 new shirts that I need to order. I don't figure it out though, because I got a lot of Failure Force shirts. They're by far the nicest quality, softest shirts.
Super comfortable.
Out of like all of our little YouTube t-shirt community, even outside of YouTube, I order shirts from other places, but they're amazing. They're up there with Cavity Colors. Cavity's Colors, I think, might get this same shirts as Taylor.
Hot take. Jason X is the best Friday the 13th movie.
That's not a hot take when you're on my platform, by the way.
I think that's a fine
Nice.
take.
It's like the one place you can say that and know like you got a pit bull to defend you on that one.
I hope platform isn't a euphemism.
Yeah,
I hope
dude,
it is.
that would be a fun conversation to have. And I know there's so many of them, but kind of ranking some of your Friday the 13th films, because my favorite one is Jason X, and my number 2 is the Michael Bay one, the remake that they did a few years back.
I'm with you. I think out of all the horror movies, Friday the 13th is the weakest franchise, with the except like Jason is just a great character. But Friday the 13th is a horrible, horrible franchise.
I think
Yeah,
I would. It's better the cheesier it is. The more comedy.
I'm lactose intolerant, so.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily disagree then, because my third favorite one is part 7 with Tina, who gets like the telekinetic powers. It doesn't get much more cheesier than that.
Super trash.
Like it takes Manhattan, man.
That's my next one. Dude, the boxing match with Jules on the roof is legendary.
The Manhattan piece is what, like 15 minutes at max? The whole shit takes place on a boat. Yeah, I'm on a boat.
Good morning, Bo. How are you today?
Yeah, good guys. Yourself? How are you all?
It's good. Some of you kind of made me chuckle a little bit because you're on my hit list of people to annoy on the telephone this weekend.
Why?
Sex.
What would I need to call you and talk to you about and iron out details on potentially?
It would either be
what was the last
favors, a book.
Well, that's one,
me,
obviously.
A book you have for me, which is what I'm hoping it is.
Definitely not.
Or be the comics curing cancer. But why would it definitely not be a book?
Bing. Because you're assuming that I would just send you stuff, that I'm a nice guy or something. Shut your mouth.
You made me pay for shipping. You made me pay for shipping.
I definitely didn't, did I?
Yeah, you did.
No. For a $4 book, he's going to spend $87 to send you.
Hang on. What are you talking about?
Well, that book I sent you, I either bought the book or I bought the shipping. I did one or the other. I don't remember which one.
No, you bought the book. You bought the book. You bought the book.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to call you, work out some ideas that I have and see if you would be interested in some other stuff for the C3 weekend. I got some ideas and I want to hear your ideas.
I don't know. Maybe I've got a few. I mean, I would like to do anything that helps. So whatever you guys need.
Oh, that's perfect. We're just going to need your banking information, routing numbers.
Just have your paycheck rerouted.
Exactly. Problem solved.
Definitely.
And if you wouldn't mind, get half of Australia to do it as well.
Yeah, I can try. I can.
Yeah, just
I pimp the living shit out of comics curing cancer. So I don't know what else to really do other than that.
Yeah, at this point, I would just encourage you to talk with your other Aussie buddies too. You know, Simon and Dave. Y'all did an incredible job last year, but try to get.
Sounds like a great law firm.
Simon. It does, but try to see how go because it feels far out, but it's not far out because people have jobs and you have to make arrangements and stuff. But definitely go ahead and throw them feelers out with the Aussie crews because we would love to have your continent participate again.
Your continent,
yeah, man. Well, I did learn a couple of things as well last year, and that was I was doing them by the hour for the artists that were drawing, and they went so quickly that I'm thinking, man, you know, we could stretch them out for 2 hours because we were just talking stuff as it was happening, you know. So 6 hours seems like an impossible task last year, but it really wasn't.
Goes in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it really wasn't. As long as it's planned out and people are willing to help me spread out the time, you know. Yeah,
people are always willing to help you spread out.
But obviously, you know, from watching last year, I was talking to another person earlier this week about a show, and I had a phone call with them like, hey, I'm very interested again in potentially doing this show again, but I have one thing that I have to demand. You have to have a dedicated co-host for the entire length of your show that can manage the chat and do confirmation for you so that you're able to host.
That's me. DJ Links. Fuck you. I love y'all.
Well, then asking somebody to stay with me if you are planning to do a 6 hour thing again, I can try.
No, that idea came from thinking about it and needing it, but also from the idea of seeing how Simon operated on your stream last year. Simon did it last year.
What did I do?
But seeing how your stream went good. What is that crackling?
That noise.
That's Lady Fantastic and her bullshit ass setup.
No, I just had her muted. She's
not
muted.
Me.
She sounds better when she's off stream, actually.
But yeah, that worked out really good for your show last year. How you had Simon on there helping you and everything because you were juggling all the stuff.
I forget actually. Yes, Simon's always available. Yeah, man.
Simon's a good man too. Simon's a good fucking guy.
He's all right.
Meh.
Interesting. T-dubs.
What's up, guys? The crackling is not me. That much I can say.
Yeah, I muted myself too.
Yeah.
Drewski is coming from your phone.
No. Hopefully, it's not your heart monitor.
Yeah.
Imagine the phone is into.
I don't know.
Bo, I think you should get a tattoo live on camera.
Yeah, I'll do that.
No. So, DJ Cornman.
Pass out for a little while.
Well, this is making me crazy.
All right, man. Feel better, bro.
I'm gonna do my
take it easy, brother.
Is he all right? What's going on?
He's got the touch of the shingles.
He's really? knocking on that. No.
Yeah, he's been going through a lot of health stuff. He had to get a toe amputated not long ago and stuff. And
I saw the Big Lebowski. That's no big deal.
No big deal.
You want a toe? I can get you a toe.
I'm looking at this failureforce.com site.
Yeah, and next this year's Comics Curing Cancer tee will drop next month.
Shirt. The shirt links.
The shirt will. Yeah, the shirt will.
No,
drop.
I'm telling links to show the shirt.
Nice.
Marvin, so many inside jokes on this one right now.
It's crazy how much you fit on
that. So many inside
I just can't think of how many rivers Taylor has dried up making us shirts. So y'all go to his website and buy them.
Yeah. I've made Wisconsin drier than your mom.
Jesus Christmas.
Didn't even think it was possible, but he did it, guys.
Yeah.
My mom was almost cast in the Mummy remake as the Mummy.
Mine too. They could be high-fiving each other while hunting down humanity.
Yeah, their
Did
hands
anyone else
probably
watch
turning to dust.
the Lee Cronin's Mummy movie from earlier this year? Holy smokes!
I did.
It wasn't really a mummy movie though. It was an
not.
exorcism movie.
1000%.
I think it was a really cool take on the mummy because she was a mummy. She was wrapped in mummy band. She was mummified in a demonic ritual. So that was, and it was an Egyptian demonic ritual. So it was as far away from the traditional mummy tropes as you can get while still fitting the description.
Don't piss in my cornflakes and call it milk, mate. That's what that was.
Exactly.
Yeah, I use that saying all the time because I usually call it Cheerios instead of cornflakes. So I say don't piss in my Cheerios.
You say
call it milk.
Flakes?
Yeah, I like the
I want breakfast cereal called Scorn Flakes.
Right? That'd be great. That's how you get that wonderful smile.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me it was a possession movie. It was not a mummy movie. But it was still good. I just wish it wasn't called The Mummy. It should have been called like Possession in Egypt or some shit.
Or Mummy.
Exactly. Like I didn't mind the movie. It wasn't bad, but don't fucking call it a mummy movie.
Yeah.
You know, mummy movies existed before Brendan Fraser, right?
Yeah, that's why I said the traditional mummy one. But there has been no better mummy movie than the Brendan Fraser ones. Not even close. Don't even try the Boris Karloff mummy movie. I love it. Is not better than Brendan Fraser's mummy.
I haven't seen
Monster Squad. Great mummy. Not in there enough. I don't know, man. Brendan Fraser's mummy movies for people my age was our Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's just next level awesome. And I couldn't be more excited that they're all coming back and we'll have them on the big screen in 2028. Brendan Fraser's getting back in shape. He's in the gym. You got the whole cast.
You call him Dr. Jones. You call him Dr. Jones.
Full short round.
There's a movie that came out in the year 2000 called The Mummy Theme Park, which I've not seen, but I know I need to.
There's been since the mummy dropped, there was a mummy ride in Six Flags Great Adventure, New Jersey. They since like rebranded it, but that was like it was so big that they made a ride out of it, which is crazy.
There's the ride at Universal in Orlando that's still there to this day. That franchise.
The funny thing is, they said the same thing about my penis.
It was dusty and wrapped in bandages.
No.
Oh snap!
Oh face! Miss Kitty,
Jesus Christ!
come here. No, DJ, I was talking so much shit. Where was DJ? Okay, it was so funny. DJ, I was.
Do you guys hear static?
You're a little bitch. Listen, bitch. Corn muffin bitch. I was on Drawing Between the Lines with Roscoe, okay? Mm-hmm. And he showed me a voice thing, and it was of Naaman laughing, but it was of my goofy ass giggle attached to it, okay? So it was like him going, but I was like, but it matched perfect. But then they went to another clip, and they were like, hey, Caroline, what about this guy? And it was, I thought they were doing the same thing, okay? So it was a homeless black man who did not have teeth, who was in his elder years, who was doing a chewing, going, and I asked, is that DJ Lynx? Did y'all do DJ Lynx?
Oh, you back on your racist shit. Got you. Let's go.
Well, I just couldn't think of that corn muffin. I just kept thinking of your love of corn muffins. So I said, is that DJ Lynx? And they're like, no, that's just some random man. And I go,
it's like Cookie Monster.
I said, well, he had reminded me of DJ Lynx.
So I
think I found your spirit brother. I just think that you make that sound when you eat corn muffins, you know, don't you?
Wow.
Oh, no, my internet is acting up.
Bye.
No.
Get your floofy cat named Mr. Bigglesworth. Bitch.
No, no, I actually have to go bring in the garbage can. Mark, put me backstage. I'm not gonna.
I'm embarrassed him enough.
I just got onslaught tonight.
No. I'm legit. Like I could. I just gotta bring in the. I just gotta bring in the garbage can.
I understand. He was looking outside.
He didn't want people to see his buns when he walked off. I can see the people
He doesn't
backstage.
know
And
to
Rob,
stop his own camera.
Rob can confirm this. He was not wearing pants, people. I mean, not even underwear.
Yeah.
Sweet DJ cheeks.
Sweet, straight Donald ducking it to the curb to get those
I
trash
don't want to
cans.
know about that shit. Don't tell me. I'm not the one. I don't need to know that bullshit.
Bo, I was big movie this weekend, and it's going to go under the radar for a lot of folks.
Spider-Man.
End of Oak Street is
Spider-Man's under the radar.
Yeah, that's the opposite. Spider-Man is the radar. But end of Oak Street drops this weekend, and I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, that looks cool. I'll watch it one day." That's going to be the general consensus. But I encourage people, go check it out. It was shockingly good.
Do you know what I hate about men? I'm gonna tell you.
Does it have to do with End of Oak Street, Caroline?
Yes. So it has to do with this. I ask a man for a fucking tool kit because I need to do real work because I do better work than men. And they give me a fucking pink toolbox with pink shit-ass things that aren't made well, and so I have to strip my screws because these motherfuckers thinks it's cute to get a pink toolbox. Well, you know what? I'm gonna buy my
Stripping
own
screws is the hardware problem, not the tool problem.
It is the hardware problem. I got your hardware right here.
The problem is
screw.
You're a soft tip. You're a soft tip.
Screws were meant to be stripped.
I'll strip your screws.
It kind of looks like you're using the wrong end of that.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What does that look like, Philip's head?
That's not even the right screwdriver for such a thing.
Is it not? Was that
you
not
need
Philip's
You need
head?
such a smaller one, Caroline.
Your tip is too big.
Way too big.
That. I don't listen to being told that I need something smaller.
The men that you criticize are now telling you how to do it better.
All right,
no. She's not criticizing us. None of us bought her this pink tool set.
I told my dad, I'm going to need some tools to do my shit. He brings me a fucking pink one. I love my dad to death, but good God, Dad, what is this?
Why wouldn't you just go buy your own tools?
I didn't think about it at the time.
I'm
not a woman who thinks like a man. I'm giving Philip head wrong.
Just go buy my own tools.
Okay, well, look, I don't know about no tools like y'all know about tools. Let me go get my tool bag and you can tell me about tools. How about that? Let's just do that and you can teach me because I don't know how to be.
I would never presume to teach you anything, Lady F.
But you do because I'll be asking you.
But he'll learn you something.
I'll be asking him questions.
Well, if you ask questions, then sure. But I'm not going to presume to dictate upon you knowledge as if like you're just a dumb woman or something.
DJ Donald ducked his way back to the screen apparently.
Oh, you saw I was Donald ducking it?
Yep.
Oh, did you had you eaten a corn muffin? Was like.
So back to it, Bo. Are you planning on seeing it in theaters?
Yeah, definitely, man. Anything with dinosaurs, I'm always going to watch. That's all you need.
I don't know if y'all have seen a lot of the early reviews, or I don't mean like from the big reviewers or anything like that. Just people on social media that have posted about it. I can tell you, like, some of it's going to be hyperbole. Some of it's going to just be like people excited, kind of pulling things out of proportion. Okay. But they're very accurate. Like if you boil down what their opinion of it really is.
Well, first of all, I love Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. I love them both.
High five.
And about 5 years ago, I remember when it was around the time that 65 movie came out with Driver, right? I remember saying to Claudia, man, you know what, man? I don't understand how Hollywood can't make other good, big budget dinosaur movies other than Jurassic Park. Because dinosaurs, like
printing money.
How many shark movies are there? You know what I mean? And you're telling me you can't make dinosaur movies? And then we got that Adam Driver movie, which was good. I really liked that. And everything else since then, there's been kind of like, there's been a couple. It's been really shitty. But this one looks really good.
I think the last one that I watched that was worth recommending was Primitive War, but it's a B movie. You know, it was like a self-paid and self-produced. The humans in the story is wonky. The dinosaur action is really good, but everything around it feels B movie-ish. This End of Oak Street, this is big budget, A tier production, Hollywood, down from the story.
Screw us, Lady F.
The casting, the special effects, dude.
Get hammered.
It's really, really good.
Madam.
I'm more excited for a Coyote versus Acme.
Premiered on Rotten Tomatoes with 101%.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that either.
They're saying like it's one of the best animated hybrid movies ever. That they have no idea why it was shelved.
Yeah, well, they only have really one to compete with, which is Space Jam. Otherwise,
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit is like Roger Rabbit is like the pinnacle of animation.
I was thinking specifically in the unique Looney Tunes universe. My bad.
Yeah, but there have been
Roger Rabbit.
There really hasn't been a lot of them. You had Space Jam, Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit's the best.
Cool World with Brad Pitt.
Cool World with Ralph Bakshi.
Brad Pitt.
Rob, what you were saying?
Nothing.
No, what you were saying?
Nothing.
A tool?
I said nothing.
Shut the fuck up, DJ Lynx, you corn muffin.
No,
I love you though, brother. I hope you're doing
wow.
Well, what's going on over there? Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, it is. I just haven't seen you in a minute, and like the thing is I'm on a quota. I'm on a ball busting quota, and if I don't meet my quotas, I get held responsible. I have to pay the difference. So I've got to I just made a list right here, and now that I got you, because I was looking for you to bust it.
Steph, how are you today?
I'm okay. I'm just here.
You know what's funny is there's such a narrow difference between busting balls and busting nuts.
There's not. Look, he got this for me. My dad got this. I think he thought it was fucking funny. Hyper tough.
He's not wrong.
Hyper tough. Fuck that motherfucker. I'm gonna go beat his ass now.
You should ask him if he'd bring that to the job site.
Dad, do you want this hyper tough thing back? Because it's too man for me.
Bring it to the job site and see how.
I know. I'm gonna need a camouflage one, Dad. You can take the hyper tough pinky.
So if you're saying pink tools can't do the job, you might be proving them right.
They need to be engorged, and they don't need to be colored pink. They need to be more flush. And I'm not talking.
At work, my tool bag is like that. It's getting all the whatchamacallits are pink and purple because it was a gift from the ACS back in the day when I was doing the Avon stuff.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I still use it.
Did you get a pink Mary Kay car? Did you get a pink Mary Kay car? A Cadillac?
Maybe.
Hey, what if you do? You got a spray can and some stencils, and spray paint some stencils on that pink bag so it says stuff like, cancer sucks or something on there, and then people would think it was cool.
I usually draw a dick and balls. Hey, madam.
Well, now that Steph's here, it immediately made me think. What did you think of the finale to House of the Dragon?
Well, Legion guy, I would like to say
her preferred next husband.
Legion guy.
I did not mean any of that stuff, so you can infer what you want.
You were high on cocaine. It's okay.
That's all right. What did I think of it, Legion guy? I'll tell you. I haven't watched it yet.
I got 2 words for the whole review is I'm alive.
Imbecile.
Okay. I plan on watching it like after this. So
you are nerds.
It's so good.
Yeah, I watched it for this because the first time I watched it, the season finale, I really enjoyed it, and then I was just like, yo, let me just run this back. much better on the second viewing.
You're adorable.
Yeah, I'll watch those episodes multiple times because I think they're so good.
And there's so much in them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know you're not a big fan of it, but I like the Harrenhal stuff. I don't know why. I like that
stuff.
I don't know. I think it's good breathing stuff and good. There's good storyline in there too. I like that. We have like the Red Witch, but what they gave us of her in the finale.
You're chewing the what hall? The harem? What?
Yes. Yeah, nailed it.
Spell the word.
No, but the way you nailed it. You said it right.
Harem?
What we got with the Red Witch with her backstory, I love that. Now I just have more questions and want to know more. And
yeah, the Harrenhal stuff, they just kept dragging it the fuck on for way too long, and then not giving any attention to like other side characters who showed up in the season finale. It's like, oh, what the hell? Okay.
Yeah. I agree, and I think it was a rehash of Damon's story from season 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
Harrenhal stuff. So it was like that could have been like one episode or. Like
and
smaller,
you don't need 2 episodes of a dude walking through the goddamn woods just to get his head cut off by a lady who's apparently important, but you never hear about, and then she shows up again in the season finale.
You never get told about them; they just kill you, bitch. They're called black.
Oh, you're talking about Christian Cole and
they do a good job with this show, though. Like even with Game of Thrones, they do a good job with a ginormous cast and a slight use of misdirection. And I don't even think it's intended as misdirection. Like, this character will be important later, but that doesn't mean they're going to introduce him in a big bravado style way. But there they are. And then later you won't even have realized how big of a deal this character ends up being. Yeah. I love how they do that.
I just think the original Game of Thrones did all that kind of stuff so much better than this.
I usually watch Game of Thrones like when I'm doing crap around the house, right? I find that's my go-to because it's so good. But I really like to start from like season 4 or 5 and then like go on from there.
So the bad seasons.
Yeah, I think what they do, they leave the viewer to go and do their own research and fill in the gaps, which is not right, because it's like after every episode or whatever, we're gonna go to the internet. Well, I go to the internet and be like, "Yo, what's this? What's this? Who's this character?" And then it fills in the blanks with the stuff from the books, like the what's it called? The Winterfell dudes. Their backstory is incredible, like Roddy the Ruin. Chibs from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, yeah.
Like his backstory, that whole crew, like all the old dudes, like their backstory is incredible.
Bro, old buddy from the north was a savage.
Yeah,
after watching the first season of Game of Thrones, I had to know what happened next, so then I went and got the next book, and I read all the books from there on. And then the last book was so good, I would slowly like read it like page to page, just savoring each moment because it was so good. I didn't want it to end.
Wait till you guys realize that. Wait till you
got a $2.99 super chat
wait.
from Azriel. 85 clicks. Thank you for the super chat. It says, "I'll go to Harem Hall."
You're so gay.
There you go.
Harem Hall, yeah.
Clifford, what's up, Clifford? There's currently 2 ambulances and a giant fire truck in front of my house. That's why I keep looking over.
More balls than all of y'all.
Yeah.
We gave LF Vogsy juice this morning.
Probably Steph.
She might be off the Vogsy juice.
What?
I'm pissed off because my uterus goes, fuck you.
What did I just miss?
You didn't miss shit.
Yeah. When do you plan on watching it, Steph?
When do I plan on watching this? Like immediately after we're done. That's when I plan on watching it.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, like the wait between seasons, but I like this formula we have now. If we get another season of A Night in the Seven Kingdom, the next short story from Dunk and Egg, like I think it's a great formula then.
Oh my god.
Is that I'm down for more Dunk and Egg. And I just found out like today that it's confirmed that they're going to be doing the Aegon the Conqueror in a movie format.
The movie, yeah.
That sounds cool, man.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Watching him and his 2 sister wives with their 3 dragons take control of the 7 kingdoms.
The way it started is Sister Wives, because y'all couldn't find nothing better. We're like 20 generations of inbred human. Look at us.
Like hippos.
Like the South American
hippos.
Hippopotam.
That's a callback.
Yeah, from earlier in the show.
Hippocrates.
No, we were talking about the cocaine hippos down in South America.
Yes, thank you, Escobar. That was a great fucking idea. A lovely idea, Pablo.
Did anyone watch the first 5 minutes of Lanterns? It's on.
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't actually.
Mark showed me, and I was excited, and I don't even care about lanterns, and I wanted to say it. No,
what do you think, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. I mean, I think, thankfully, it's a different tone than the movies, which I knew it would be anyways. You could just tell from the trailer. I love both the lead actors. Like, I think they're both fantastic. Like Friday Night Lights guy and the other guy, the DJ Wakes or Remy Q from that one photo earlier this week.
Yeah, you can't even tell us apart, dog.
Yeah, but
neither can.
But what do you think of it?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I saw it that it was available, and I've just been busy all day, man. And I forgot to go click on it, to be honest.
I was going to say, I know you're primarily a Marvel guy. Nothing wrong with that, but I was wondering what you might think of the tone and style, because it definitely. This is what like
well, dude, when it comes to DC, Superman and Green Lantern are my jam. Like I love everything Superman and Green Lantern, so I'm really looking forward to this.
And it's what a lot of people want. I think a lot of the more diehard DC fans, that enjoyed the Snyder era stuff, are more expecting and definitely want more of a more serious take on stuff. Not like the Superman 2025 movie. Everyone said it's very comic booky, it's very lighthearted and all that. People, the DC fans don't want that. Like the DC kind of trained the fan base to look at it as more of a gritty, more of an adult style stuff, because that's kind of how it separated itself from Marvel for a solid decade. And you've given people, like, both Marvel and DC can both do that genre with any of their properties if they want. But DC fans are really trained to want that right now. That's what this Lantern show looks like.
They've been begging for it since the 80s.
Looks like they're taking it serious. Looks like they're taking like an aesthetic to a real world and just implanting lanterns into it. Dude, it looks solid.
I'm looking forward to a jokey, lighthearted,
Hal?
Yeah. Ghost Rider.
Oh, God, don't you dare. Don't ruin it for me, Taylor. I'm still holding out hope, man. I'm trying to be optimistic toward the MCU with that Ghost Rider announcement.
I feel the same way about you, motherfucker.
I think they're I think with the last 3 MCU movies, like, you could kind of see they're getting away. Yeah, so I have like a lot of hope for the Ghost Rider.
Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man. Is that it?
Thunderbolts was so fun.
All solid movies, solid to great movies. Like,
yeah, man,
I can't complain about any of those.
Fantastic Four yet.
I can, but I can complain about anything. Fantastic Four was so Marvel boring.
Taylor's like, it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, Taylor will complain about anything.
Marvel know that they screwed up, and they're doing what they can to set course. With DC, I think they just need to find that blend. They don't need to lean into gritty. They don't need to lean into humor. It's about finding that mix. And I know Marvel are sort of the kings of doing that at the moment, but I'm not saying to copy that either. I'm just saying that there are some properties with DC that should be taken seriously. There are some properties with DC that should be taken more lighthearted, and there are some that should have a mix.
I agree. You need a dead serious ambush bug with a highly humorous fucking Green Lantern.
Clayface.
Yeah, Clayface humorous actually has worked in the animated world. I'm not too sure about the horror element we're going to see, but we'll see.
I don't think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I think DCU not like putting to the forefront. Obviously, we got Superman. The next one should have been Batman. Next one should have been Wonder Woman. Like, how do you not put your tentpole characters?
Well, I think that what I read is
you're trying to save, basically.
What I read is they're pausing all their tentpole stuff.
Because what, Taylor?
I read they're pausing all of their tentpole stuff or any of their bigger stuff right now because they're trying to get this merger to go through, and they don't want any big things on the books when that's happening.
But the Jimmy Olsen show is
it's not a big thing. That's why it's still going forward.
It's just dumb.
Jimmy Olsen, pimp extraordinaire.
Listen, she had 170 some issues of a comic book. What have you done?
DJ Link, shut your fucking mouth. That's how Kirby came back. I'm gonna kick you in the corn.
Yeah,
I got news for you, Taylor. I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm Rob motherfucking Fat Stacks, yo.
Yo, what happened today? Why is everyone so aggressive? Like, what's going on?
Caroline's spot on with that. When Jack Kirby came over, he wanted their weakest selling title. He asked for it specifically, and they said it's Jimmy Olsen. He's like, well, give me that. And they put Kirby on that at his request, and that's why,
like Michael Jackson.
That's why that book went so hard, because people were buying his name recognition.
We're talking about movies in 2020.
Yeah, I was just touching on the comic history that Caroline brought up.
Yeah.
It's really fun comic history. Kind of like when you look at Neil Adams when he was begging to do Batman, and they're like, oh, we don't know, and he begged for so long. They're like, fine, we'll put you on this book called Brave and the Bold that wasn't even traditionally a Batman book.
And he killed
it's a guest star book, and Neil Adams' run on Brave and the Bold was so strong and so well received that it became the #1 selling Batman book for a while, to the point of them putting him on Batman proper.
They couldn't help but listen because they needed that money.
They just announced finally as well that they're making a Legends of the Dark Knight omnibus, like for the first time ever, which is
fantastic. Nice.
Yeah,
that's a fair point.
Exactly, Drew Manchu. I loved Penguin, and
That's
the
true.
kid that is cast as Jimmy Olsen, that was in the Righteous Gemstones, I would bet on that man to be able to deliver a hella of a Jimmy Olsen role.
I think
I thought the Penguin was the best thing I saw like all year.
Yeah, the difference that I would point out is it isn't the fact that it's Jimmy Olsen or isn't the fact that it's Penguin. It's what's it being sourced from? Where is it coming from? The Penguin was sourced from Matt Reeves' Batman by Matt Reeves, guaranteed to be quality. Everyone knew going in, oh, we're doing The Sopranos in Gotham. Everyone was on board with that concept. Okay. Jimmy Olsen's being sourced from Superman 2025, and it's too big of a mixed reaction, and no one wants the zany stuff. And to what Bo said about like the tone of your universe, Marvel is shifting away from their tone because it was played out. Not saying there's anything wrong with
Bring me 2099.
The Marvel formula was very successful. It was very good, but once you've seen 25 entries, once you've seen 25 different movies with the same tone, you feel like you're just watching reruns at that point. Like you're not wowed anymore. And then when we have the DC start off, and they told us we will have a variety of tones, styles, genres, but it's taken too long to get there. We had too many gun properties out the gate that are the MCU. It's just we got MCU DC.
If they took the Penguin formula and concentrated on one person, on one character, and developed them in a more serious way for our audience, for the older people who are sick of seeing it played out, just like you said,
Some of us are very young.
Take on it, and made it.
Not
I think
me,
that's the way to go. Yeah, that's the
I
way.
agree.
Good
like
acting,
exactly,
good
Taylor. Exactly. So I think that they might have like ruined a lot of goodwill that they had when they kicked off the DCU. A lot of people were really excited, but we got Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, Superman, Supergirl, all James Gunn tone, vibe, style, which is just the MCU. So people I'm not saying they're good or bad, but just what they are is stuff that we've all seen before, kind of thing.
It's
so
it's that, Mark. You're 100% right. But for me, with Superman, I was super. If Superman was more. And I'm not saying serious or anything. It could have still been the James Gunn Superman, but the character of Superman himself should have been more serious. Like he was just a big ass goofball. That completely turned me on.
Are you giving away books,
think
Rob?
The problem is as well
Rob's
is that
going through menopause.
When something works,
He's going through menopause.
Yeah, you're right, Bo.
When something works in Hollywood, especially when it's run by a bunch of freaks, as opposed to people now like James Gunn and Kevin Feige. When these people see something work, they want to keep duplicating it, right? And it goes back all the way to Batman Begins. That trilogy was amazing, right? And because that made so much money, everything after that was meant to be gritty and dark. And it's like, that's not what we want. Just because it was fantastically amazing for Batman doesn't mean we need that for the whole, you know what I mean? And now with Marvel, I think the apart from Disney and the shows, the problem with it is that Ragnarok came out, and Ragnarok, I actually liked Ragnarok. I thought
I loved Ragnarok, dude.
But it should have been a one-off. It should have been a one-off. And after that, the problem is that now it's so hard to get back to, if we can ever get a massive Lord of the Rings type Thor movie. That is
those literally like these are my exact arguments you're using. Ragnarok was the canary in the coal mine. From the first day I was on YouTube, I was saying, I understand y'all like Ragnarok. I hate it for different reasons. I get it's a fun movie. I get the action's great. I get the needle drops are fun. That movie is a canary in the coal mine for the inevitable fall off of Marvel. I've been saying it the whole time, and clear as day. And don't get me
wrong. When I watch Ragnarok, I piss myself laughing when I look at Hulk's ass and all these other sorts of jokes.
But that sentence shouldn't exist. You're right. It is funny, but that sentence shouldn't exist.
Who says you? Fuck off.
Yeah, says me, who if the company would have listened to me, would have saved hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right, Mark.
Oh, my construction guys are here. I'm going to peace out. Construction is underway.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Catch you on the flipping.
And I do want to ask y'all, most everyone's
Text
seen...
me lazy. Text me later, Corma Basie.
Most everybody's seen Spider-Man Brand New Day. AR defines it as zany, decidedly zany. I wouldn't call it zany. Would y'all call Spider-Man 4 zany? I would say it is a hard shift away from the zaniness of the MCU.
I'm very hard to judge.
I agree with
the
Mark
new
this one
Spider-Man.
time.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not zany.
No, the Looney
Very hard-
Tunes.
very
They're
hard to
zany.
Yeah, the Animaniacs. They're zany.
Animaniacs, yeah.
Freakazoid. He's zany.
Look
Oh
at-
yeah, Drew's already on it. He would not say zany.
See that greatness? Look at that. Flawless
indicator.
victory. Go ahead and make me big. Look at that.
Yes, sir.
Flawless
Ooh.
motherfucking victory, yo.
Community.
That's incredible.
that?
Yeah.
It's that Comics Curing Cancer art book. You know where you can get one of those? You can go to comicscuringcancer.org and get one. And all those proceeds go to support the American Cancer Society and Comics Curing Cancer. And we've got a variety of books. You've got this beautiful Turok and Exo Man of War by the legendary artist Bart Sears. Then, of course, you can get yourself one of those Martin Zavala King Kong covers there. Look at that.
That's good. I like that one.
And then also available, there is the Stephanie Lavad Rainbow Foil Batwoman. Look how beautiful that looks. There you go. Those are all wonderful. Look at how quality books that we have to sell. When you look at those 9, 9s, and 10s, what are you going to do?
Nice, man.
I'm gonna
Very,
touch that
very
tip.
good. Very, very good, man.
Order yours today. Thank you. And
I'm
while
still
you're at
getting-
it, don't forget you can also get prepped when you go to comicscuringcancer.org by checking out the upcoming Hail Crow King of Hell auction. Tons of one-of-a-kind 9, 8, 9, 9s, and 10s comics there, sketch covers and sketch cards. So auction will be running on the comicscuringcancer.org site starting August 15th, running through September 5th. You can go to comicscuringcancer.org. You'll see at the top of the thing, there's a tab called items. You can preview all the items right now. And when bidding opens, you'll bid right there through the comicscuringcancer.org site.
All right, and keep it up for 1 second. If y'all didn't notice, put the card back up, Rob. On those labels, they're all yellow, obviously, but look at the grades. 9.9, 9.9, 10, 9. These are some extremely high grade opportunities here.
I actually didn't know you were doing this.
That's what we're letting you know.
Yeah, I really didn't.
Mr. Fatstacks is a very generous man and has.
Oh, that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
that was all
just
Chicken
all
Joe.
the Hell Crow team.
Yeah, the Hell
Hail
Crow team.
Crow through a la corn muffin extraordinaire.
There you
So
go.
all of you gentlemen, including the corniest of muffins, DJ Links, we love you.
Yeah, it's a preview for what we'll also be doing later on in October when we do the art auctions. So all the published art is going to be available via auction on our site. Well, so that way people will have opportunities to get those published pieces of art by bidding throughout the week, as opposed to having to be chance to be tuned in at that exact moment that we're on. So
Sweet. So it starts tomorrow.
yeah, starts tomorrow and runs for 2 weeks, or a little over 2 weeks, I guess. 3 weeks.
I love you guys.
Do you?
Yes, but
Then make sure you
dinosaurs,
check
I
out
don't
the
know.
auction.
Okay, fine. I love you and your stupid dinosaur avatar
Mark.
figures. And Tom
Yes, sir.
Cruise.
I just did a what we read and what we watched video. Let me just see. Have you seen Death of Robin Hood yet?
Not yet with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
I
Hyped
feel
to
like
see it
that's
though.
dark.
Not yet.
I feel like it is a dark. That
Very.
kind of portending, I don't want to see. Do you know why? Because I think Hollywood's trying to change narratives, and it's like, you know what, Hugh Jackman, you got a cute ass, and you as good as Wolvie, but don't be fucking with films like this. You're stupid.
I saw it and it's violent. It's very violent. And I
like
enjoyed
it.
it.
I don't
I
like it.
It's
enjoyed
Old
it.
Man Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
old manhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
I
old man
enjoyed it.
penis cap coming to take blood. Great.
I was going to say I didn't want to confuse it with Old Man's Hood.
That's all it is. It's just death. Where's it coming
What
from?
else have I got here? Hang on, I'm just jumping into my other stream. Can I do that at the same time, or does that fuck this one up? No, this is fine. Okay.
Don't cross your streams.
Backrooms. You saw Backrooms?
Not yet.
No.
Zero interest.
Oh, I'm very interested. And I was looking on Sony's website at their physical media releases for it, see if they do a steelbook. But they have this really cool paper packaging fold out for it so far. I'm seeing what other physical media options they have for it. I might just grab whatever's at Walmart.
Have you heard of one called Tuna with Dustin Hoffman and another guy that I don't know his name?
I saw the ad for it, but I never watched it.
It was fucking great. I loved it. It was really bloody good. Piano tuner becomes a safecracker, but it's not like an action film either. Like there's action in it, but it's not what you think. It's more of a heartfelt kind of film.
Heartfelt. No,
Yeah.
I'll pass.
No.
Heartfelt is the kind of stuff that Madam's always trying to get me to do.
I am not.
Dude, I can give you...
You should be more emotional. Be more in touch with your feelings, Rob.
I hate rom-coms. Are you kidding me? Like,
just to give you a quick rundown, Bo, like I don't get to watch too many new movies if they're like horror movies or R-rated movies until like way later because the kids and the wife doesn't do horror movies, so that doesn't leave a lot of openings for me. But I just did a binge this past week of playing catch up, and I watched what's it called, Hereditary, which was really good.
Yeah.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy, that was really good. They Will Kill You, which was really fun.
Yes,
Evil Dead Rise, which was really good. And Midsummer, because it's made by the same person that made Hereditary, with Florence Pugh, where she goes to the crazy commune place.
Swedish, doing the sweet.
Norwegian.
It's cult type shit that's been going on since 1000 AD.
Let them live their life. Your culture's no better than their culture.
No, I'm not saying that, motherfucker. I'm just saying this is all.
I am. They literally murder people.
Stories.
Have you guys watched The Long Walk?
That's another one. I just watched The Long Walk as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Wasn't that amazing?
No.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And desensitizing.
It was good. It was good.
Preparing you for exactly what they want you to see, honey. Do you not think that these films prepare you psychologically for the tone they're getting ready to set?
I felt like it was like the best piece of like probably communism's a bad idea I've ever seen. Like we have to encourage the workers to work harder.
So is tyranny. Get ready.
The whole concept of The Long Walk is
it's coming to the white boys, and they don't think it is.
Yeah, if the communists get in control, sure. The whole concept was like, and I was wondering like, why would anyone even participate in this long walk? But the concept is like post. I'm assuming like this was. We don't get into too many of the details, but it feels like we'd lost World War II. Like it had been a long time since the loss,
doesn't it? But it kind of feels like that.
It was like it's
you
been a
talk
long
too
time.
much. I love interrupting you.
Did you see it? Did you watch
it?
It's
been like a long time since the loss of the war.
Hey, Mark. Hey, do you remember Turok?
So it's been like a long time since the loss of a war. And like they need like the people to manufacture because like as a country, everyone's just falling behind and everyone's hungry and starving and they're not building or putting anything out.
Right.
And the walk is what is used to encourage the society to see that if these guys can do this, what can we do kind of thing.
Right. And I thought it was similar to Hunger Games, right? And I had to look up which came first, right?
Very much so.
Yeah.
That's the way I was kind of looking at it. I wasn't looking at it with any like deep meaning. It was just, you want to get paid and live like Hunger Games, But I did enjoy it.
The ending was amazing. The ending was phenomenal.
Well, the only exposition we had was the start of the walk, right? Where the major stands up and he tells us all that since the loss of the war, production is down. We have to get our country back on top and back then with y'all's bravery in this, you'll encourage the workers to work harder and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay.
You're doing a good thing for society.
Yeah.
And I saw a Spanish film. There's two of them. It's called Platform. I don't know if you would have heard of that one. Platform
I've seen Platform.
Oh, you have?
I've seen a couple of them. Isn't there a couple of them?
Yeah, there's two. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's terrible. It's awful. I don't want to
learn. You watch both?
Yeah. So you go to this, you go to this place. You're allowed to bring one thing with you, and it can be anything like a gun, a book, whatever, right? but you wake up in this room and there's just you and one other person, and this platform comes down with all this food, and you have like 5 minutes to eat it, and then the platform goes down to the next level with the other people, right? And you find out that the lower you are, the less food there is, and obviously the higher you are, the more food there is, and it's a real mind fuck, and it's really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I mean, I liked it. I'm just saying, I was, it's
Society.
not a place I wanted to like live, you know.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty, it gets down to instincts, I think, at that point, you know, of how to stay alive,
like
you know.
I love ideas like that.
That
like
was
the
a good
Belko
one.
experiment.
And the other one, the survival one I saw, it was called The Decline. And that's a really, really good, like these survivalists go out to like a retreat and stuff happens, but it's very good. And it's called The Decline. I couldn't think of the name of it before, but yeah.
What platform is it on?
For which one?
The Decline? Not what
The
you
Decline? Said? I think it was on.
You watch a lot of Netflix.
I want to say Prime or Netflix is usually where I go. So let me look. I highly recommend it.
We're doing Millionaire tomorrow, mate.
What is it?
12 for me. So in another, 12 hours and 45 minutes.
It is 9:17 here. So it's 11:17 there?
It is.
At night.
At night.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, Mark.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing.
Okay.
You do a lot of Netflix.
I do. I do that or I do Prime, you know.
I'm more of an HBO Paramount kind of person.
See, I don't have that. I do have some like, you know, maybe allegedly, not maybe completely
Dude,
cool
Apple's
black box that I can get stuff on. So I can also get
Apple's
stuff
killing
on.
it, man, with their shows.
How you doing, Justin?
I am well, thank you.
Hi, Justin Birch.
Mark, you're going to be on the Millionaire Show?
No.
Oh, what were you saying? I thought that's what Bo was saying.
No.
Bo, are you doing the Millionaire Show soon? When is it on next?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yeah.
Who's going to be on?
A guy called Josh Greathouse. He's from your country, and he's an artist and a writer. Yeah, an artist and a writer. I've got a few of his books. He's a guy that I give a lot of shit to. So it'll be fun tomorrow.
Cool.
I feel like that with Mark. I have some Brave and the Bolds.
So quiet.
I know.
I'm talking to Durs. I'm sorry.
It's all awkward.
Oh, yeah, and I was working.
Rob's going through menopause. So.
No, I was working. Sorry.
I'm trying to make conversation.
I'm going through a phase of not being told. I love this.
Nothing but bangers. That's what they're going to nickname Lady Fantastic. Lady, nothing but bangers fantastic.
Because I just be doing it and doing it and doing it.
There's some Neil.
And doing it. Wow. Like Mark said, there are reasons. Neil was brought into the fold. Pull them bad kids acting like assholes. Punks. Oh. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, you can go to. This one is one. I really do love this one.
Oh, you said it. Okay, I could go now. So
yeah,
took you off.
You're right. You're right. Please.
I have 3 comics I can show off.
I was just about to, madam. Jesus.
No
Sorry.
offense, Bo, but she looks better than you.
Sorry, not sorry. I don't know what this. I don't know anything about this. I don't even know where it
Lords
came
of the
from.
Ultra Realm, though, that looks cool as hell. It looks like Sabretooth with a sword and Skeletor with the
That looks big.
And it's got a back. It's got a back thing too.
Is that big or is it me?
No, it's definitely just very small.
No, it's the normal size.
Oh, it just looks big.
Final
It's
issue.
normal size.
Okay, and then this one here. Mountain Lair. I don't know anything about this, but I know it's got the thing inside, I think. So.
Ooh, that was one of my first comics. Not
Really?
not the first, but like very, very early on. And that character, Annex, never appeared again until just recently. I swear to God. In I think a Spider-Man comic. Like he was just a background, like,
Well, he originated in a Spider-Man comic, so there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's gonna have a movie soon, so I should hold on to this.
No, he's not gonna be.
That came with a card, didn't it?
And this is the last one. And it's double. It's like double-sided, I guess. Too.
Interesting. Oh.
I don't know anything about this.
I'm back to Kickstarter, and I got like 8 issues.
Oh, well, never mind then. I'm sorry.
No, it's just showing the one issue. Wooden cover.
Oh, that's beautiful, Cop. A beautiful drawing.
Wood. Interesting.
Nice. Love that. So cool.
Path of the Pale
Whoa.
Rider.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but no, go ahead.
Here's a bag, that one again. There we go. That's the latest Venom issue.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Still playing around with Mary Jane. Get it.
Mirko and Dolfo. Green black.
Nice.
In Shock Lee, I think. Or is it Raza? No, it's in Shock Lee, yeah. This one I got because I just liked it.
I'm
Doing what I
going
was.
to have
Nice.
to support that. There's no way you cannot leave something like that on a shelf. You got to pick that up. That's for posterity.
I got all the Null Busters and Null this and Null that, so I'm only going to show you this one because that's one of my favorites, the Clayton Crane.
Yeah, Crane. I love when Crane does his Punishers. When he
How
did
good,
that
right?
series. Yeah.
I don't get many art germs these days, but I did grab that for the swimsuit one.
Wow. I like those colors.
Yeah,
Cool.
I thought it was really pretty.
Yeah.
And then I got that Supergirl one because I've got all the other art germ
Wow.
Supergirls.
Okay.
That Crane.
Mm-hmm.
Venom and heels. That's just wrong.
You know how you got that for Queen in Black, Gleason Webhead. You also had the one that you could get from the blind bags, and then you've got the one per box as well. So all 3 of those, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Terminal? Anyone? No one's got the Terminal.
No.
I read it.
Oh, dude, I like that a lot. Dude, I bought one blind bag, Bo. Opened one blind bag and scored the Frank Miller foil 1 in 100. I got that A cover, but I also let me show you this. I haven't.
Wow, I've only got one more. And it's the Vampirilla. What do they call it? Ultraviolet?
Nice.
Yeah,
I've
but
got issue 10 of Terminal, so I can spoil it all for you.
You don't have a McFarlane homage for Night of the Chihuahuas or the Terminator homage. But more importantly, you'll notice in the clear backboard, it's that back cover ad, full page back cover ad for Comics Curing Cancer.
So impressive.
Yeah. Big shout out to Pork Chop Express, who's the publisher of this book, for donating the back cover ad space. That's from Prime Ad Space. Donating that to Comics Curing Cancer. All right. I saw Mark. You had something you wanted to show?
Yeah, I want to show Bo this set real quick. So I went and got the foil embossed wraparound for the A cover.
That's nice.
Yeah. So like when you put like they're both front and backs and they're connecting sets. So how does it connect? Yeah. So
I saw those. They're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, they're freaking sweet. It was a really fun book, and I feel like it just scratches the surface. This is one that they sent out to comic shops back in April, issue 1, to help promote it and let people read it. So I read it months and months ago, and then it came out and read it again, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty dope. I'm gonna give this a little run because I dropped all the Energon stuff, not because it was bad or anything. It was just getting bigger than I wanted to keep up with. So I'm like, this is like perfectly timed. Give me something else to dabble in.
I enjoyed it. I'm not going to bother with Mask.
Same. That's what that was like I'm done with it. We're doing Mask now and bringing in ROM and bringing in everything. I'm out.
Lara Croft.
There you are.
Well, they're really trying to get everybody to buy their stock. Have you all seen the ads for that, where you can be like an early investor in Skybound and
Sorry, my money's already tied up in my investments. Thanks. It looks like Bo's investing in dirty laundry.
That's clean laundry. The book's been next to it is what I wanted you to see. Massive stack of Omnis.
Speaking of massive stack, how are you doing there, Mr. JB?
I have already spent enough money in comic book investments.
I think that's a lie.
I feel like we're at like a comic book anonymous meeting here. I've already spent enough money. I admit it.
You have spent enough money until the next time you have an opportunity to spend money.
Yes.
I'm fearing at the end of this month I have double cons on the same weekend. So I'm going to 2 different cons on the same weekend. I'm going like, ooh, this could be pricey.
What's your budget for those?
Well, I have a con budget that's usual. Fortunately, my last con I went to, I have surplus left over because that con didn't have shit for me to buy. So, and I kept that cash in my off to the side. So I have that plus my regular con budgets that I have. So fortunately, having back-to-back is good. Also, I anticipate the second one I'm going to is kind of I expect it's a free to attend. It's hosted by a local comic book shop here at a brewery. It's pretty big from a number of artists, but most of the artists are more community or local or small independent. Although the Dodsons will be there, and there's a few other big ones. So I'm expecting that it's probably not going to be a super expensive one for me, but I could be wrong. You never know what you're going to find.
Sure.
The Fan Expo one, or not Fan Expo, it's GalaxyCon. That one again, it all depends upon how many commissions I get. There it depends upon really what it is, because there'll probably only be a handful of comic book vendors. So it really just comes down to the commissions, and I'm contemplating getting maybe one or two celebrity signatures. Like I have a Hayden Christensen's signature already, but he's going to be there again, and I kind of like, maybe I could actually meet him this time as opposed to just getting a book signed by him that I never met him. But something about Darth Vader. That's a new movie, by the way. Instead of something about Mary, it's something about Darth Vader. Oh, bye. All right, then. Taylor said boring conversation anyways. I'm out of here.
All right, I'm gonna go, you guys. I hope you guys have all wonderful days and weekends and all that stuff. Don't even say it, Rob. Just don't. Just stop.
What's on top? I don't know what your problem is. I was trying to be nice and courteous.
Were
God,
you?
woman.
Were you gonna be nice, or were you?
Yes, I was just asking
you gonna reference cocaine?
today. Anything exciting? Well, I didn't know. Maybe you do have a big cocaine shipment to deal with. You're the one who brought it up now. I was just going to ask what's on tap for the day, but maybe you couldn't talk about it. Maybe you were afraid the police were listening. I don't know.
I'm gonna watch the finale of the House of the Dragon. So that's my big job for today. So
got it. All right. Well,
I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks for having me on.
All right, stay cool.
Bye.
Love you. I love playing checkers with kids.
That's what the Cracker Barrel's good for.
Hey, you hot damn right. You know my grandpa's father, his name was Newman, and there was the world checker champion. He did travel around the world, and he did local competitions with any kind of country folk that want to interact. Well, my grandpa, Newman Weiser, was a country bumpkin from Fosterville, Tennessee, and beat the world champion. My papa still has that framed. We dumb. We real dumb. We stick our foot in our mouth, but we ain't stupid.
The Cracker Barrel went through what I think ultimately I don't know. I would have to look, but they went through so much scrutiny and rallying by fans. So
Why would they change it?
Exactly. There's this time era, and like people who are good at recognizing patterns see it now. People that aren't so good at it will be able to look back at it later and see that there's a time era where these big companies put people in positions because they were trying to fill a status quo thing for the way that their company appears to the public eye. It backfired for a lot of companies financially in the short run, like Budweiser, Cracker Barrel, where they made marketing decisions that weren't inherently bad, but they were bad for their demographic of customer base. The person that was CEO of Cracker Barrel, this middle-aged white woman with black rimmed glasses, you'll see that's the stereotype across the board with these companies. It seemed like they had a copy and paste person in charge. She decided that the Cracker Barrel needs to look like it was built in 2030. It needs a bar. It needs to serve alcohol. You need to take Herschel off the logo because people don't care about the logo. They want something clean. And she lost the concept that this is the old country store that people come to for the old country store aesthetic and old country store style food that was already kind of moving away from it. So when she did that, everyone rallied. Like even the people that hadn't eaten there in a while because it had moved away from what they were used to, they even rallied and said, if Cracker Barrel was what it used to be, we would all come back. We would all be there. And for the ones that are still going there, we're not going anymore. You can check my social media. I kept going to Cracker Barrel. I like Cracker Barrel. I actually went to Cracker Barrel the day before they announced that they were doing the sign change, or the day after, or the day of. I mean, it was right there because I was able to go and ask the manager if they were going to be doing that to our location, and they said hell no. And ultimately, last week they fired that CEO. They stepped in, the board did, and stopped the change and everything. They took the social media and got hardcore showing their warehouse with all their old school stuff and said, we're putting a lot of this back in stores. We're bringing the old menus back, all this cool stuff. So they ultimately, her trying to update it made them actually revert it back farther. So Cracker Barrel is in like the greatest place it's been in the past decade. If you enjoy their food or if you enjoy any of that stuff. But yeah, their CEO is gone, they announced. Audi 5000, bye-bye.
I agree. It was too confusing, and it was, frankly, you want to tell me the way I saw it is some young buck got into a head position in PR and said, I'm going to show y'all how to do it. And he lost them money. And
it was
they
a
got rid of
she.
him. Her. Some young chick. It does, but I think it's these.
It was a
young
middle-aged white woman with black rim glasses across the board at Anheuser-Busch,
NBC,
at Cracker
that
Barrel.
Barry Weiss or whoever, she's the same shit. But it's like that.
Well, let me add another layer. They're all blonde-haired. That's what I'm saying. It looks like if you put them all in a lineup, all of these CEOs across these big companies that have all got hired around the same time, cost the companies tons of money, and had to be fired. They all
wives.
Wives. It's almost like a Stepford Wives effect. I don't get it.
Probably are, dude.
I don't get it.
I take offense to your black rim glasses comment.
I love you.
They're thicker than yours. They're all the thick ones. You know what I meant when I said it, right, Caroline? Those thick glasses that are too big for people's faces.
Horn rimmed.
Horn rimmed, but then you have to like 3x the size of them for some reason. They can't, like Justin's glasses look like they're made to fit his face. These are made to look like they're trying to defend their face against wood shards while they're working in the shop. I'm like, I don't get it.
Hey,
I don't
Jay,
get it.
You know, I don't get either. Is
exactly like Mark. It always is, bro. It always is.
Isn't that weird? That
well,
is
from
weird.
that era. Well, what
you
it
need
is,
to show me these pictures because I want to see that. I believe you. That's
I'll
strange.
pull it up, but people don't want to admit it, but these companies were pressured for social pressures, internal pressures to change up the demographics of their higher ups.
They put pod people in there.
Well, they wanted more females in positions of leadership. They wanted more people of color in positions. They wanted more.
They're clones or something.
They wanted more people of color in positions of leadership through like the whole like last 6 years. So there's like quick decisions that were being made by some of these companies where they were just
based on bullshit.
They thought we'll put this person in there and we'll still be running the show or this or that. And those people ended up making decisions and stuff.
Look, this is a thing I have to say is I welcome diversity, but when I look at individuals, I do not look at the shade of their skin. I look what's on that sheet, what they can do, and if they will be able to perform the tasks that are asked of them. I don't do that color shit, but what really weirds me out, okay? What really weirds me out is when they say this thing and they call for diversity, but the only thing that gets changed is a string of weird-looking white women who all look the same. That's not diversity change, is it? So I am for real diversity change. I embrace this. There's something aloof or amiss about a system. I don't think it's down to individuals.
There she is, Caroline, with her big old glasses.
Well, see, that's just one. I need to see.
Well, I was showing you the one that we're talking about.
It's confusing.
I was showing you the one that we're talking about.
This is confusing to me. I don't scared by the vast minority bout. I'm not scared of shit. Don't tell me I ain't scared of shit. I just get confused by certain patterns I don't find normal or natural. And so when I hear companies call for diversity, but the only pattern we see is a lineup of all white women with the same glasses, is that diversity? Is it? Or is it something that is the guise of diversity hiding in the place where diversity should be? That is all I ask. Not that I say that diversity is wrong. I think it is the life force. If we did not have a diversity, we would be inbred sacks of jelly, and we're already close to that. Good talk. Sorry, Rob Fat Sacks, if I said something.
Rob hit you with a wow.
I love you. I know. I apologize if I said something, but we can talk about it because I don't mean to offend you. I just say things.
As a middle-aged white woman, Rob is offended.
I'm talking about my own demographic. I'm talking about my own demographic. But you know what? As my own demographic, looking at them, I see Stepford Wives, Mean Girls. I don't see, there's something amiss about this. It is amiss. But that is my pattern recognition going. Something's not right.
When you make decisions, regardless of whether or not, regardless of your race, ethnicity, sex, gender, whatever, doesn't matter. Those things are irrelevant. But when you're making decisions regarding running a business, you have to understand what is your demographic. You know, if you're an established brand, what is your demographic, and what are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to completely replace an existing demographic and to go after a different demographic, in which case you do wholesale signs? If you're just trying to make tweaks and adjustments, then great. Then you understand. Then you lean it. You continue to utilize what got you to where you're at, but then you figure out you look at what minor changes or adjustments do you need to make in order to help strengthen your position, because there's times change, and we see there's always been brands that come and go for various reasons. I mean, I've been watching a series on YouTube of show about what happened to Shakey's Pizza, what happened to Straw Hat, what happened to Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor, what happened to these brands that were like huge brands in sometimes regionally, sometimes nationally, and they disappear. And it's oftentimes there are market changes that occur and changes in how people do stuff that cause them to decline, and nothing they would have done if kept steering into their old model probably wouldn't have saved them. But then there's other brands like Cracker Barrel where I don't know how far you'd want to drift from your core brand. If anything, you'd want to steer back into it and just make your food better. Take some effort to. I mean, it's decent food, but nobody goes there because it's like it's, oh my God, this is amazing. So just improve. Maybe the carrots haven't been sitting in the pot for 3 days, so they're not carrot mush, type thing. You do a few things, you tweak some stuff, you make the quality better without necessarily changing your brand identity in that case. But that's just my thought. I don't have the market research, and I'm not a marketing expert. So by all means, that's just
you made some pretty broad and precise points there. In the broad sense, you and Caroline both started those off with meritocracy. Like, you're not looking at people's gender, their race, or anything like that. You're looking at their qualifications. That's meritocracy. And we went through a time era, and whether, again, pattern recognition, and there's so much news out there, none of us can get all of it. So we all get a little bit here and a little bit there. But a lot of people were pointing out how companies were facing a mixtures of pressures, punishments, and everything to forcefully change the demographics inside of their workforce, and in a time limit that was oftentimes unrealistic to find those qualified people. And in some cases, I'm sure companies just tried to do something quick that they felt would appease those new demands or pressures on them. And it was just a weird time era. And this is just some of the stuff that came out of that, all that. This is why so many people have pushed back on the term DEI hires, which people point out middle-aged white women were the ones that saw the most increase in positions and stuff from those practices.
That's a damn lie. I can tell you that right now.
Well, if you look at the statistics, that's what's argued by the people that are pro DEI.
I'll tell you now. I'm gonna change something now. Those statistics. It's 8 women changed, but the gross amount of that money made a statistically significant difference, because 8 women got the stupid promotions, but the rest of us is getting dicked.
I'm not sure what you mean by 8 women. I'm talking about thousands of people over large scale statistics.
Well, I guess you're missing the principle, but I can make the ratio scale up. Yes, that's okay. We miss principles. Continue.
No, because there's tons of data out there that people use in those conversations to point out that the group of people that were harmed the most, believe it or not, were handicapped people that saw this.
Yeah, that's awful. They get pushed on the fringes.
Yeah, that saw the smallest movement and stuff, and the group that saw the largest movement in growth of positions were white women. Because you have rage baiters out there that want to try to target people of color in that argument, and so the rebuttal to that is that the strongest benefactor from those practices were white women.
And white men run the system, so I guess it trickles down like shit. So
I don't know.
I hate that for you.
Very, very complex.
It is
very complex conversation with tons of different ways of approaching and look at it.
Multiple variables, no singular.
Yeah. Basically, though, when it comes down to it, in the world we live in, under our system, meritocracy seems to be the most even playing field for people.
I think I pissed off enough people with my sass today, but I just give it like Jesus gave his truth. I'm not Jesus. I'm imperfect as fuck.
JB, what have you been up to, man? We haven't talked to you in a while.
Life has been very busy. Don't have 3 kids.
I have 3 kids.
But don't you love that baby boy?
The age gap between your first and your second is
10 years.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
What are your gaps?
If you'd asked, I could have told you, but
I forgot to ask. I'm sorry.
But you were like, "Oh no, I want to do it. I want to get some." And I was like, all right, well.
Real quick, what
exactly
you mentioned it earlier. You got what was it, 26 and 24?
Yeah.
JB, what are your age gaps?
7, 5, and 11 months.
Oh, 11, even younger, damn.
Yeah, so
almost there.
That 2-year gap makes sense, but then obviously you have that other one. See, I have a theory about the 2-year gap, and what it is you give initially, women they give birth, they have the time, they're focused on the baby, and you're persona non grata. Then, eventually, the baby starts sleeping through the night. She's starting to feel normal again, and maybe entertaining, allowing you to touch her. You guys walk into bed one night, you look inside the bedroom, and you look how cute and adorable that sleeping baby is, and she goes, maybe I would like to have another. And next thing you know, after a gestational period, about 2 to 2.5 months, 2 to 2.5 years have gone by, and here comes another baby.
That's me and my brother Rob. That's Finn and Monkey. So mine are 6, 8, and 18.
I love sniffing baby head. Like, I wish they could do a drug.
Whoa.
Problem is when she licks it and goes, "Ooh, tastes great."
No, like when new baby
JB goes less filling.
I asked my sister, I'm like, can I do a line of that baby head? Because I go and then I'll sniff his little. Oh, I love that baby.
Yeah, to your point, JB, about the spread, this weekend alone entails my dad's birthday. It entails my oldest's birthday. She turns 19 on Sunday. My nephew, like my whole family lives local. My nephew's birthday, Finn's karate testing. We have an event. We have to take the kids to the Green Jackets game. That's all this weekend. The spread doesn't always help.
Yeah, it's been a summer of running kids to either doctor's appointments or dance lessons, gymnastics. It's
welcome to parenthood.
Yeah,
I love baby smell.
It gets harder when it's in the school season because it's like it eliminates so much of your day on top of that. But I got, Finn's in karate, Monkey's in gymnastics, Monkey does cheer camp in the summertime. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, though.
Well, Mark, though, when I talk to you, you're always happy to be doing it, but hey, I'm running Finn here. He's got a black belt thing, and Monkey's got a little dance thing, or we're doing this at Pops, and it's just like...
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
It makes me happy. It makes my heart full.
I don't sleep a lot, but I don't feel like I don't sleep a lot, if that makes sense.
But
I feel it.
But you like that time when you had off, though, just recently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know how good that vacation was for me.
Yeah. And
that's when I realized how burned out I am, is that one time a year where I don't have to rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birch, can I ask, like, how old is little man now? Your
11 months. His birthday is next month.
And has he walked yet, or where's he getting his?
No. He
what's going on?
He's able to get
pull up. Can he pull up or on his stomach?
Like
yeah.
he can, if he's on his stomach, he can push himself up.
Oh.
He's starting to
do lettering.
No, that'll come. I could really use an intern.
Well, you need to get in on that. Start it now.
He's able to like push, like if he's on the floor on our like laminate wood floor, he's able to like use his arms to slide himself back, so it's not really crawling.
But it's a launch. He's kind of pushing himself. With
Yeah,
his arm.
yeah.
He's getting a little friction, and he's got enough to kind of.
So did JB. That's how I got into this mess.
Gross.
Man, I
think about that. I bet he. How big was he when he was born? Like, how much did he weigh?
He was just under 4 pounds, I believe.
Oh, he was tiny, baby boy. Oh, I remember, because you guys, he was in the excuse me, wasn't he in the ICU for a few days or anything?
Yeah, he was only in the NICU for maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay, I was a little worried at first. I think, yeah.
Oh no, he was like. Every NICU nurse was like, "Wow, you guys aren't freaking out about this at all." And we're like, "Let me tell you about our second born."
Oh, did you have tough time with?
Oh, she She was born at week 28.
Oh my God, Justin.
And she weighed under 3 pounds, and she
How
was in
old was your
NICU
wife?
for.
Oh my God.
She was in the NICU for 7 weeks, I think. 7 weeks.
Baby girl, what happened? I mean, can I ask, or is this bad?
Oh yeah, sure. So what happened was my wife's water started leaking at week 23.
Oh.
So they put her on bed rest in the hospital because they're like, if something happens, you need to be here. Like you can't.
It's
you can't.
Too far. Yeah.
So what happened on the day she was born was there was actually I forget the term, some sort of abruption.
Ablation.
And yes, thank you. That's it. Ablation. Yes. So basically what happened was in the afternoon, I'm not sure if her heart stopped or they couldn't detect her heart. And they were like, all right, we got 6 minutes to get this baby out.
And how did they do it? Did they have to like do a C-section?
I'm assuming
No
so.
questions.
I wasn't there.
Oh God.
I wasn't.
Oh God.
I wasn't there. So
you were an unsupportive dad and not there for the birth of your child. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
He said, didn't even hesitate. Yes.
So the hospital was like over an hour away.
Oh my God, Justin.
And it was COVID.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude, that's what
all I'm hearing is excuses.
What year was she born?
She was born in 21.
See, Monkey was February 2020, so we're sitting in the hospital watching the news of COVID
or something
coming here. So we didn't have to deal with any of the this was I think like restrictions and stuff started happening like weeks, like days, weeks, not long at all. I don't remember the exact number, but it was like right after we got out.
Yeah.
It was so different to go from like the second to the third, just because
Tell
the
us
third.
How?
Well,
name the ways.
When our second was born, our first was not able to go to the hospital to see my wife or the baby.
How old is she? Can I ask how old your oldest?
Yeah. How old? Who is my oldest?
Yeah.
7. She's 7 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she couldn't go. Yeah.
Yeah. So she couldn't go. So this time around with our third, it was a nice change of pace for everyone to go to the hospital. Like the kids were able to go and see my wife. They were able to go in and see the baby. Like that's not something that they were able to do, or that the oldest was able to do with the second.
Yeah, and were they able to like kiss him when he was born and stuff?
Kiss
I'm sure. No, probably not, because he was in a glass box.
Oh, okay, that's the first thing I want to know.
You got a display case for your baby? That's phenomenal.
I mean, pretty hardcore.
That's being fucking proud.
Yeah,
that's
like
a proud dad right there. Put it in a glass display case.
Yeah, a little baby Funko Pop.
Damn.
Oh, bobblehead and
Was it
well, no, you shouldn't bobble his head. Don't do that. I'm not. I don't recommend that.
Was the baby backlit?
Yeah.
An LED like stand. Could he rotate it and shit, like 360 degree?
We had a camera on him at certain points. Yeah.
Oh, poor buddy. Poor little guy.
I mean, he's fine.
Good.
There's nothing wrong with him.
That's phenomenal.
I mean, besides having half of my genes.
But how does it wear you out? Like, how does it wear you out though? What makes you crazier now?
Let's get back to this. Like, don't have 3 kids. What really kicked this off?
Tell us why.
Oh,
how has your week been? Is how this all started.
Oh, I remember when my wife thought about having a third kid.
You started investing in tranquilizers and blow dart guns.
No. I appealed to her.
Appealed?
No. I sat there and said, honey, when she started doing it, I said, I am not going to tell you we're not going to have a third kid. If you want, because I don't want to listen. I don't, if that's what you want. Yeah. But let me just say a few things to make you think about this. You hate SUVs and you hate minivans. If you have 3 kids that need car seats,
I'm buying
you're going to need an SUV or a minivan. Second, that you've just you like sleep. You will be back to being up, doing feed, all these things. And then she's like, oh, yeah. I think two's good. My third argument was also we're not moving. We only have 2 bedrooms other than our own, and I'm not having a child sleep with us.
I mean, I think you reasoned with logic, and you saved both of your lives.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, good. Only had to pay for 2 tuitions. Sucks to be you,
crisis
JP.
manager from that point.
They better get some scholarships. That's all I'm saying.
Do you know how many times I heard that? I had a brother and a sister. I was the oldest. You better get scholarships. I ain't paying for shit. So I listened, and I did.
I said, scared. I told my kids, you can go to these schools where the we had the where we had the Western deals. Schools that had the deal. We get stuff. You can go to any of these. Otherwise, you got to pay.
It's on you, kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Start doing good on them ACTs and SATs and
figure something out.
Yeah. It's a huge dynamic change too when you have the same number of parents, 2 children. So now we're outnumbered. So there's always a kid getting left behind. You can't
have family votes, can you?
Well, I mean, my vote counts for more than theirs.
Oh, okay. So they're like 2/3 of a person.
So it's not a democracy. It's 3/5.
Is that how your constitution's written up?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it. Well, at least you're honest. He ain't lying about the terms. He's keeping it correct. What do you enjoy most?
You're gerrymandering the votes through the bedrooms, so they all get 1 vote, and then it splits between your bed right down the side. Which side is your side? So you and your wife each get 1 vote.
So well, not only that, if it comes down to it, I will just cover my children's mouth with my hands.
Cool, God. Kyle
say, hey, you know what? Whatever you want, kids. You got the money to pay for it? No? Oh. All right.
Kyle oftentimes brings up the conversation about having another one, and has, ever since Monkey. And my rebuttal is always, there's no point that you will not miss them being a baby ever. And if you get another baby, it'll grow up too, and then you'll miss all of them being babies. No matter what, no matter how many we have, we will always miss them being a baby. There's no solution to that. That's always my rebuttal to it.
Hey,
so what's funny is my wife wanted a 3rd baby because she's one of 3, and she only has sisters, so she really wanted to recreate her childhood as an adult, which is fine. I understand that. However, God, fate, the universe, the flying spaghetti monster, whatever you want to believe in, said, no, we're going to give you a boy instead. So,
it's close.
Joke's on her.
I think that's because you were on your left knee heavier than your right knee. That's what determined that.
No, I'm a big fan of the idea of 3 kids. I think it's a good number.
Dude.
Yeah.
And if you space them out right, it works out really well.
I was good with the 2. I did my job. I did 1 boy, 1 girl. I was done. I'm out of here.
Yeah, like here's how it happened with my mom and dad. They met at age like 14, like when 2 schools merged together, and they started doing stuff, and my mom accidentally got pregnant at 16. She decided to not continue that pregnancy because she was a dirt poor. At her home, they didn't even have a bathroom inside. She had an outhouse. My mom came from poor white trash. My dad had 3 brothers, and they weren't wealthy by any stretch of the imagination. So that happened. They both got valedictorian and salutatorian. They married. They went to college. They graduated with good degrees. They had me at age 25. But then, couldn't seem to get pregnant, so took them a minute. They went, to some fertility shits. 6 years later, they finally get a second kid. All right, my little bro Matthew, I love him, Brodo. All right. Then they thought, okay, well, we had to like actually try for this second one, so we're probably just good, and it's just not going to happen again. 2 years later, my sister, the Miracle, and she's cute as hell. I love that little turd. And she just had a baby boy, baby Owen, and I can't deal with how perfect he is. It's too much. I might be biased, but I can't deal with it. And yeah, that's the trajectory.
So
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was to say, so if the baby's too perfect, are you selling it?
No, I can't. It's not mine.
Oh,
But like
selling for a friend.
You know, you're gonna have to talk to my sister, and my sister's pretty fond of that little booger. I think she's already bonded to him. I don't think she's ready to give it up.
It's all downhill then.
You know what? Yeah, I could send you. She's
I'm
on
not looking
Instagram.
to buy. Don't worry. Don't get me wrong.
No, she's on Instagram, and she's gotten pictures like with her and her. Oh my God, I can't deal with it. It's too much. I want to barf. Ugh, it's so cute. Oh, like Station. Oh, Station. Something. No, that was Chad. That was motherfucking MF Chad. So MF90 was the one that said Station all the time. Okay. So Jay Ward, when you first came,
that's the PCP army, Robbie Billups and them.
Yeah. So I just know MF90. Like, he's really cool, but he had a baby, and he started to be a dad and have kids and stuff, so he couldn't be doing MF Station all the time. He had to be doing MF Station Daddy.
Station thing comes from, that's how they greet each other.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah. So, like, Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers, Fable, there's a lot of those guys. But so that's how they would greet each other with Station.
Yeah, it was a hardcore push from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey for them to make that a pop culture thing. Station was the Martian, the two Martians that joined together to be one. Yeah, and it just became a thing. It never became a thing until they started trying to push it, and I thought that was great that they. Because I remember thinking when that movie came out, well, man, that's going to be a big thing, and no, it wasn't.
It was like Fetch in Clueless. You remember Clueless? Or what was that? Mean Girls?
That's Fetch. Or yeah.
She was trying to make her own word.
I think Fetch is... I actually don't...
Like, people know Fetch, but people don't typically use Fetch. But if you use it...
Bobby Delegato, yeah. I love Bobby, man. And Fable does state... Fable still says Station. Mm-hmm. Like, he's never stopped. There's still people that say it, Jay Ward. It's just... a lot of them they've been having kids, and let Justin Birch tell you what happens to your YouTube presence after you be having them babies.
Don't have kids.
It cuts into his comic book collecting.
It cuts into everything.
Well, you know what? Whose fault is that, Mr. Birch?
Mine.
I know.
Dad warned you, didn't he? Tell you 30 seconds of joy is going to bring you 20 years of pain.
He did not. I think that was the problem.
Oh, would you have listened though?
No.
Yeah. See,
look, hardcore Station.
This is going to be incredibly off topic for some, because it's not something that we typically talk about here. But y'all know I watch a lot of the debate stuff and Caroline, you know this well, like all the debate community stuff and all that. One of the most polarizing things of the year is about to happen today at 11 a.m. And Candy, aka Candace Owens, is debating like the number one top tier debater in America, Andrew Wilson, and they're going to be PBD. Patrick McDavid is the one moderating it. Which this was the whole thing.
I don't like Patrick McDavid. I think he's a little. Okay, keep going.
This was the whole thing. He's moderating it because it was agreed upon by Candace and Andrew that they wanted an impartial moderator.
And can you tell me the surname of the Andrew guy again? His last name?
Andrew Wilson.
I'm not sure if I'm
okay. Paleo Christian Online. He runs the Crucible website.
So he's Christian.
He's an Orthodox Christian, like hardcore.
She's Catholic, right?
Yeah, and they're not debating their religion. They're debating on they're debating on Tyler Robinson and the Charlie Kirk thing. You know, that's been Candace's bread and butter for nearly a year now, going just over 11 months now. But and all of Candace's claims and what many people appear to be her grifting and all that, and her attacks and all this and that. Andrew Wilson is a hardcore debater. Like a lot of this, like if you're just yes, like all joking aside and with the jokes applied, yes, like you don't have to like him, but you will not win a debate against him, kind of thing.
Well,
like
that's debatable.
It is, but it's also truthful. You'll see what I mean if you kind of like look into it. He's an actual debater. He's not just people debating like we.
Justin Birch's face. He's like,
no, I'm not because of what's being said. I'm working on revisions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's one of those things like if you watch or follow
hey, Sledge, you wish. I don't even know what's going to happen.
No. I was about to say, Caroline, if you watch or follow Candace, like you and I both are aware of Candace.
I've seen her do things. I'm not sure I'm aware of the Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to give people a heads up. If you're a Candace fan, which there's a lot of aspects about Candace that I enjoy. I do not enjoy any of her Charlie Kirk stuff. I followed a lot of it for a long time. But like here's a good point. Here's a good comparison to get off of a hot topic button like that. The Bridget McCrone stuff, Caroline, that me and you were watching and laughing ourselves all day long talking about.
Look, I thought that shit was funny. I got some laughs out of that.
If she were to debate Andrew on Bridget McCrone, she would get bodied. Candace Owens has me convinced of her Bridget McCrone stuff with how well she puts those videos together, right?
Well, yeah, but it's not.
It's not definitive. It's not definitive, right? So now watch
girl,
this.
Why are you doing this? And I'm loving it.
Now here it is. Here's the trick. Here's the catch. Because of how an actual debater goes, if she were to try to debate him or anyone with his capability on that Bridget McCrone thing, he would dismantle her effortlessly because it's not definitive. There's no way.
Yes, there's no conclusive evidence, and without the conclusive, definitive, there has to be like a statistically significant and beyond a reasonable doubt is a tough metric.
Because there's and not even going that far, because there's not like even significant evidence. It's all like just because I love to play the red yarn game. I love the red yarn game.
What is that?
So like when you see those conspiracy people with all the newspaper clippings on the board and the red yarn connecting them, I love doing that for fun on dinosaurs, dragons, JFK, conspiracy. I love it. It's a fun brain exercise and it's entertaining. If that's all you have, it is impossible to stand up to somebody like Andrew Wilson in a debate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the way that they're both
can be dissolved like that. She's not a
so the way
person.
they're both approaching this topic, the people that are just candy fans, they'll never admit to anything because that's not why they're there.
He's coming with the data, and I love it when people come with data because Candace does not ever come with data.
No, she always comes with cliffhangers and speculation.
Yeah, but can you definitively say this was that? No, you never can you, bitch? So you are sitting here on presumptions all the way built up to high heaven. You're gonna fall fast.
So that's my point. Like, despite how good or entertaining or how much you like her, this is not the arena that plays out in. This is the arena where that gets dismantled in. But here's the thing, like Andrew Wilson is like self-made online. He doesn't have these financial backer sponsors. He hasn't worked for the Daily Wire and all this. Like he doesn't have the background Candace does. He has a professional philosophy, religion, theology background.
That is dialectics. That is in forum. That is of the nature of Plato, Socrates, these guys. So this is philology, philosophy.
He literally teaches debating.
All of these things. Esotericism.
Yeah, he has all that.
This is so look, I would like to see her honestly get her ass undone.
So no, stay with me here. So real quick,
does it happen? I want to watch
the debate airs at 11 a.m. on the today. So that's what I'm saying. This is all that's been talked about in those spheres of political commentary. The debate community has been going on. Andrew called her out a while back.
Candace is a goober though. She's a goober.
Now watch this. She wouldn't even agree to it. She wouldn't acknowledge it. She wouldn't agree to debate. He got up $300,000 to he offered the offer was for $100,000. She wouldn't even respond. It got to the point where they had to
rigged. If it's on money, they could rig it, and you don't know.
No, wait, stop. They had to pay Candace Owens $300,000 to agree to the debate on her terms at her house with her studio, this and that. But Andrew took it a step farther. He's like, I have to have my 2 people there filming it. So there's nobody can play funny games. Both our sides have to have rolling cameras. It's going to be cross streamed on Andrew's The Crucible, on PBD's podcast, and I'm assuming on Candace's stream. So they're all
fucked. She's screwed.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
yes, big time.
I don't know because I don't know this Andrew Wilson, but I do know what sound dialectical debate and
bro, he took down Matt Dillahunty. Matt Dillahunty was like,
I don't know who that is.
I know, but I'm just gonna. Some people in the chat that are acknowledging that they're familiar with some of this, they'll get it. But Matt Dillahunty was the guy. Like he ran the atheist community of Austin for decades. He ran the Atheist Experience back on public access TV show. He was the guy, the self-taught philosopher. He was the guy for the debate team. Like this goes all the way back to Christopher Hitchens days when he was on the debate stage with people and stuff. And like this stuff goes back a long time. But Andrew had Matt Wilson walk off within minutes. Like he wasn't willing to, dude. He's just that guy.
He's that guy behind a guy. Wait.
Because a lot of these people that do these debate things like the entertainment aspect of it. He's not forgiving. He said it before. I'm not a nice person, but I'm a kind person.
So
if you enjoy debates, it's like a Super Bowl moment about to happen.
I'm gonna need to look him up now because I couldn't even put a face to the name.
I think he got his most little push into the public sphere by being a guest on one of those crappy dating shows like Fresh and Fit. There's another one called the Whatever Podcast where they have like the OF models come on and try to debate their lifestyles and stuff. He would be brought in as a guest because he's the polar opposite of that. He's a straight white male, married, he's Orthodox Christian, and he has his own platform. He debates people on big stages. They just had DebateCon 2026, and he just debated Dinesh D'Souza in person, and he's like
about D'Souza. He makes me. I always have a brow up because some of these guys that say that they're intellectuals, I think they're pseudos.
Dinesh is very smart, but he has his political religious bias that heavily influences positions. And Andrew, Dinesh is very right wing, and he has his very right wing bias and everything. But I'm just saying, in terms of notable people, Andrew's debated plenty of notable people.
Yeah, cool. I just want to see him. I would enjoy watching Candace kind of get her balls busted.
Well, Candace is a pro. Like, there's no getting around that.
She's smart, but it's just like
she's super smart.
She doesn't have shit to stand on.
But she's good with what, dude. Piers Morgan devoured her. Yes, that's my point. Piers, and this is like the kind of trending comparison. Piers is our Jerry Springer now. He's our modern day Jerry Springer.
It's terrible. I can't. It makes me want
to.
But
he's awesome. He puts on a good show. He knows what he's doing. I love watching his show. But he had a one-on-one with Candace, and she's been clipped to hell where he just asks. He's not a hard debater, but he'll ask you some questions, and he asked her a clarifying question on something she said, and then she denied ever saying it, and she said it 10 seconds ago to him in their own thing. Like it's going to be rough. The playbacks on this, the clips that are going to come out of this are going to be rough.
The thing is I'm concerned because Sledge says he's like he bodies everybody, the Andrew, and he just uses logic to break you down, and that's what I like because it's like, look, if you've got sound logic, you don't need to say any more. They have to be silent when logic smacks you like that. But the thing is too many people these days, I am afraid, equate circular argument, i.e. just wearing them out by bringing them back, and that is not smashing it into, hey, this is the definitive point in space. This is I'm just gonna make you go around until your eyes can't, you're done. So I'm concerned or curious. Sorry.
Like in like a traditional debate when you're actually. Oh yeah, he dog walks.
Chink gets on my nerves because it's like Chink. He acted at first. I was like, okay, he talks a good talk, but then it's like this motherfucker don't follow up. He's just a loud mouth.
No, so I would like to see that.
Wilson is a moron, is he?
And I've watched the Young Turks. I've watched the Young Turks for what feels like 15 years because despite what anyone might think, I watch Bill Maher. I watch the Young Turks. I watch Steven Crowder. I watch Piers Morgan. I watch a lot of different varying directions of politics and social stuff. But Cenk, I've never seen someone change so fast on their position. Like he's like, I'm a populist now. I'm a populist. You're like, dude, you stand for nothing, Cenk. You literally stand for nothing. You just had him on stream defending Hassan, saying that America deserved 9/11. Like Cenk is spineless.
The dude who lost this, I'm just gonna watch
the
it.
dude who lost his
mom.
I don't know what that means.
Money, maturity. The Bible's interesting, Jay Ward, and I don't think it's
easily the most interesting book on the planet.
No, there's easily a lot of scriptures that have been left out that add to and make.
Oh, I'm not. That adds to how interesting it is.
Ethiopian? Are you going to talk about the Ethiopian one, Pat Stacks? What are you going to talk about?
No. He's like, oh, most interesting book on the planet. I said, I don't know if you read any Dave Higgins.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to be like, have you seen any Playgirls with naked men?
Those are magazines, not books.
No, those are books. Those are novels.
Subcategories here.
Jesus teachings don't teach. I just agree with Jesus.
Can't find any holes in his philosophy. Read those 4 books. No holes in the philosophy.
Well, I think Jesus came to show as an example how to be in a world that is very cruel and violent. He chose to be the lamb.
It's easy to find holes in many philosophies, and can't find one in those.
No, you can't find a whole look. The thing you find is that it is the most detrimental to yourself, however, to your body, to your physical person, but it is the most enriching to your soul. And that is the paradox of having to walk into 2 worlds, the physical and the spiritual. He would be rounded up by ice, sadly, I'm afraid, but I'm not going to have those. I don't even care.
No, and branded a communist.
You don't like them, they're commie bastards. I call, you know what I call?
Well, he wants to take care of that poor. I mean, come on. And being good to one another. Come on.
But do you honestly feel that having compassion equates to being a communist, Rob?
I don't think that.
I don't think that at all.
I'm just saying is that there's a certain population in this country who likes to throw that label around on.
Oh, I throw it around like a madman. I love throwing it around.
And without being accurate to what its definition is, and that's problematic. Anytime we use there's a lot of labels that are used to become dogma or become things that polarize in order or used as scare tactics when they're not accurate. And some have done a very good job of utilizing those scare tactics and inaccurate labels, and others have done lesser jobs of trying to counter that. But
I agree.
God forbid if we just didn't try.
I agree. I don't think that you need to
everybody apart.
Dishonestly
build everybody together.
I don't think you need to dishonestly use the communist label as scare tactics. You can accurately use it as an accurate tactic to point out the flaws and dangers of it. There's no reason to be dishonest or inaccurate with it when its accuracy and truthfulness of the dangers of it is sufficient.
Communism maybe is. I'm not disagreeing that communism. I'm saying there's a label of applying the label of communism to things that aren't communism. There's a difference. That's just
uneducated.
There's a very big difference between different level social programs and communism. They're very different things necessarily, and there's nothing wrong
with social programs.
I'm not going to get into the politics side of everything, but and
there's nothing wrong with accurately applying compassion in our world.
Right.
Look,
there's nothing wrong with
be given and given and given and given.
Yeah, I say there's nothing wrong with coming back to I would like to see us coming back to a world of where compromise is not a bad word. That we may have different opinions on different ends of a spectrum, but we find the common middle ground and move forward. Nobody gets exactly what they want, but we move forward for the benefit of the greater good, rather than going, no, it's got to be our way or no way, and the other side is evil, and this black and white yin yang shit is not where we need to be.
Does not
You can
work.
be there on these ends, but still, you got to come together. We got to live together and find a way forward.
I think that we're going to get better about that as time goes. As more younger people are, because social media did a number on us that were older when we were introduced to it, kind of thing. It's such a drastic dynamic change. But people that'll grow up in a world with so much of this being normalcy, they'll be able to weigh like how much do these opinions and comment sections really mean? How much, the idea of bots running a narrative and changing the social dynamic of our society, which they do, that kind of stuff will be weeded out a little bit better and stuff like that. There will be some changes, but real quick. I just want to, because I see this all the time. Mark also tends to conflate socialism and communism. And that comment is another one of those things that people jump on. Taylor, I'm not targeting you. You know, I love you, buddy. You know, I love you to death. When people say that, that is something that you've been trained to say, that if you don't think socialism and communism are the same thing, it means you haven't studied either of them. They are the same thing. It is a sliding scale that you cannot achieve communism without socialism. Socialism is the mechanism you use to lead to the result to ultimately get to communism. This is what Marx teaches. This is what Hinkle teaches.
Socialism is not communism. Communism may be
socialism. Literally is a form of communism. Literally.
Communism.
They're all rungs on the same fucking ladder.
Socialism, but socialism itself is not
Socialism is a form of communism. It isn't one without the other. They are not mutually exclusive.
Dogs are a form of German Shepherd. It's the other way around.
Try to repackage it how you want. But I understand. I get what you're saying. Because political ideologies are a sliding scale. And when you have socialism, it is there's one step to communism. You cannot have communism without socialism. And it is taught.
You can't have a German Shepherd without having a dog, but it doesn't mean it's the same thing.
Again, it's not my opinion. The people who invented these economic systems tell you that socialism is a form of communism.
And there's different levels of it all.
Yes, I agree 100%. Yeah.
Anyways, we don't have to live in the world of absolutes because we're not Sith and Jedi. Thank God.
Correct, Taylor. Socialism is communism where there's still limited private ownership and you don't have your fascistic dictator yet.
Oh, you mean like government ownership of, I don't know, say, what do we own right now? We own now what? Intel, and we own what is the other corporation that Trump has now got in the United States as an owner of?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. That was like 3 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But never. Could you imagine if it?
And I don't like that because that's communism. Like government ownership of stuff is communism. But here's the paradoxical nature of that political system. I'm not asking for or against it. It's a fun topic for me. I love talking about this. I don't care. Y'all can be into whatever you want, but the idea of communism is an ownerless, classless, stateless society. But when you have a society like that, you have to elect people to organize and run those things for you. And as soon as you do that, you now have government again. So it's paradoxical. It's a literal impossibility. And
communism is a theory that it's seldom and has yet to been applied in practical.
Well, that's the no true Scotsman's fallacy. It has been applied numerous times, and just because it falls on its face and fails because it's a paradoxical impossibility to work, people say it's never been done. No, it's impossible to succeed. So every time it's been done, it falls on its face, but people they refuse to acknowledge that. You have numerous examples that people refuse to acknowledge because it's proven failure. It's a theoretical impossibility.
Yeah. Anywho,
I would say the same thing for pure capitalism. It's a theoretical impossibility. It will ultimately lead, but that's why no single political system, economic system can work on its face. You have to find a balance. Like everything in life, it's about balance. We have a capitalist forward society with social safety nets that have managed to keep us from having starving people in the streets, or like 70% of the society like jobless or whatever. We have those social programs. We just have to continue to balance them as new needs arise. The extremes of people wanting these far right agendas or these far left agendas, anyone who's extreme is just crazy in my mind. Always. Anyone.
That's extreme,
Yeah.
Look, fundamentalism, i.e. extremism, is the issue, okay? Because we cannot be we're not a monolith. None of us are. So we have to accept that
Speak for yourself.
I know, calm down.
Look at JSS is on the job. There it is. The list of the government-owned stuff. I bet that list is bigger than it'd probably make us sick to our stomach and go back so much farther than we realize. I bet it is.
It's so sad.
I gotta click it. I want to click it.
Click it. Click it. Click it.
I can't click it on here. I gotta swap over to my phone.
Well, I wanted to show this because I wanted to show Jay. This one's harder for me because I've got a bigger one, but this one's harder for me. The little one is. Hold on. I'm gonna try.
Oh yeah, the little vibration tones.
Bring out your dead. Oh wait.
Yes.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
Was that Monty Python in the Search for the Holy Grail? Yeah.
Lady F doesn't have her cans on, so she doesn't.
Oh wow, the list, Rob, goes back to 1790.
Oh, cool.
Oh, damn, that's actually sounding awesome. I'm not dead yet. Yeah, but you're about to be. Look at him. Yo, that sounded awesome.
You missed it when you were hitting it and it was ringing, and I was going, "Bring out your dead."
I heard you.
Oh, okay. You just weren't laughing. Got it.
No,
okay.
I wasn't, because it's divine, bitch. No, but
what a fun sentence! That's a fun. It's divine, bitch. I want that on Caroline down the God.
That should be a shirt for you. It says, "I'm a divine bitch."
I know.
God forbid I have to visit your grave one day down the road when we're old and crusty. I hope it says that. It's divine, bitch.
Hey, Sledge, when all you do is smash things like a brute, it will make your ears hurt when you don't got new ones.
Sounds like tinnitus. That sounded smooth.
Smash things like a brute. Yeah, that sounds like a porn film.
Well, that's what Sledge does.
Wow.
He's a porn star, but
we do have starving people in the street. America, we don't. Yes, we don't have. I mean, there's always going to be people that have suffered mental disabilities or drug addiction and stuff like that. That's a separate issue. America, that's one of the things that you can pride yourself on. We do not have a food problem in America. We have an obesity problem in America, but we don't have people that are just do not have access to food in America. All those starving people in the streets, they have shelters and stuff available to them as well. But again, we live in a version of a free society where you don't
have to run to work.
Yeah, you don't force people into recovery. You don't force people into hospitals or asylums.
Oh, we used to, but then we forced them out onto the street.
Forced them out now.
So and they have no health care to take care of them.
You didn't like the asylum, so that's where they're at now.
See you guys later. Have a good weekend.
I'm about to take Kyle a new pair of pants, Caroline. She sent me a picture. She pulled a little hole in them about yay big.
Did she squat over?
She just messaged me like, "Hey, I need you to bring me another pair of black pants by 11 o'clock."
You should be like, "Hey, I told Caroline, and she said, why are you farting so hard?
Yeah.
Were you blowing holes, girl?" Hey, I'll get out of here, but I just want to. I love you. Hey, don't
11 a.m. We're getting geared up for the show of the week, anyways, right?
I don't know. I feel like it might be. I don't know what to think.
I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you, because it can go so many different ways with how specific or combative or whatever. You know what I mean? It can go so many different ways. It's not going to put anything to bed or anything to rest. The people that are diehard on a topic of a debate, the best opportunity you have in any debate is for like 20% people to feel like they've had their mind changed to begin with.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
That's what. Okay, my skeptical side is going to say they're going to do a lot of talking. Nothing is going to change, and then it's in the end, and people are going to come and talk about it the way they perceived it.
Ledge thinks she's going to walk out. They're doing it at her house. That was part of her stipulation.
Well, I would love to see her walk out of her house. That would make me
yeah, where's she going to go?
Or she just go to the bathroom and shut
She's
the door.
7 months pregnant, and it's going to be 3.5 hours.
That she should not have agreed to do this. She was 3. She's a fucking. You know what? That makes me hate her. That makes me hate her. Because you know what? It says, hey, I value that $300,000 more and getting up my blood pressure and get me on camera more than I do the well-being of this child. Because when I get my pressure up, it stresses the child.
I don't know. For some people, myself included, like
that makes me hurt.
See, that's why I have to preface things like when I was saying, and Taylor knew this, but I wanted to preface it for people that might not know it. When I was saying, Taylor, I'm not attacking you. You know, I love you. Because for some people, definitely myself included, these like heated exchanges and conversations, they don't get my blood pressure up. They make me happy. You know, I get a dopamine hit from this stuff. I have fun doing it because I enjoy talking about hot topic issues and stuff like that. Caroline, me and you have had like shouting matches online oftentimes. And never once did we end one of those and we're not talking about some other random subject within minutes after being off the stream.
Or not even know that we care about one another.
We got to a point one time where we had to stop and let the audience know that we weren't actually mad at each other. We just like to yell at each other. Because remember, the chat started like taking sides and attacking us. We're like, "Yo, chill! Don't participate in our argument."
We're fighting it. Y'all can't fight. We're the ones.
Don't do that. Like we're not mad at each other. We just like to yell at each other. There's a difference.
Bleak is speaking the truth.
So I think that she might be of that camp where she might not have those effects of it.
Yeah, I agree, Sledge. Some people are way too emotional, and
she definitely does. I think it's going to be good for her.
I love you guys. I'd always enjoy your company and your perspectives, even if I might not always share them. It doesn't mean that when we get out of here, I wish any of you guys ill will. Because that's what I wish everybody in the chat could do after the show, after hearing me run my damn mouth. And
even you rotten commie bastards, I love y'all and hope y'all get better.
It's like, look, we are divine worms. We are divine
worms. I hope
worms.
y'all get better too.
And I want everybody to smile and chuckle at the little things and look at the nature and appreciate that we're even here. Because the fact that we're self-aware, breathing, and existing to enjoy the company of another's conversation, that's the miracle in and of itself.
Yeah. Then go see End of Oak Street if you have an opportunity. That's really what you need. You need to just go sit down, watch an awesome sci-fi, nostalgic 80s movie with dinosaurs cooler than you've ever seen them, with one of the most shocking moments in theaters this year and an amazing ending that'll just be like, yo, for real? Like, such a good movie. Go see it. End of Oak Street. Hope everyone has a good day. I'll be back Sunday night. Oh, I forgot to tell people, Lanterns, we didn't talk much about it a little bit, but Lanterns starts Sunday on HBO. My Sunday night live stream is now moved.
I'll watch it with you. I'll comment, bitch. I'll watch it with you. I was about to say,
my Sunday night live stream typically airs at 8:30 for the big At Week's End review stream every week. We're moving it to directly following the episode each week. So it'll be right at 10 p.m. So come watch the episode, come by, hang out. We'll break down the episode, talk about some of our theories of which way it can go moving forward. Look for Easter eggs.
This is me and Mark, and then this is Bobby.
I'm the one in the green, by the way.
I know you are, bitch, because I've got you. I put my hair up. Love you.
All right, that's going to do it. Hope everyone has a good day. Until next time, as always, we are Legion.
You are who you choose to be.